Are you sure there's no voice? Oh, okay, okay. Let me see something then. Maybe it's doing that stupid thing again. No? Okay. So you can hear me fine now? No issues? Um, okay, good. So first off the bat of the versions I'm playing, one thing is I couldn't shut up. I couldn't find a sound patch for this game specifically, so you're gonna have to deal with it. Um, but in my opinion, Final Fantasy 1 and 2 actually hold up okay on GBA sounds, but yeah. Um, we're gonna go through all the games except from 11. Sorry, LN, we're not doing 11. But it's okay, 10-2 makes up for it. Oh, okay, no it doesn't, because 10-2 is not that good, but whatever. We're not gonna do any spin-offs in this marathon, but if we ever do another one, pay attention to that. Shh. Okay, I really need to like not sit here on this menu. Okay, I'm going to do my best to do as much content as possible, but if it gets too long, I'm going to just stop and move on to the next game. Or if it just gets too awkward and I don't know what I'm doing. So there's not going to be any like, you can backseat game if you want, kind of. So try not to tell me exactly what to do for things, because I'll do how I want to play, but if there's hidden stuff in that, and I don't know about them, then I'm okay with that. Tactics I would consider, but not in this marathon. The Revenant Wings, I don't really, I don't really like Revenant Wings. I don't think anybody does. And yeah, Tactics is a good game. Now we already have a team set up for this. However, there is one thing we don't have, and since LN is here, really, even this menu does it. Oh my god. Since LN is here, you can come up with the last name for the Black Mage, LN. You can be the name for the Black Mage. Whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Haha. There we go, now we won't get into any stupid menus. Wow, it actually set up. That's the default? Okay. Okay, what was it? I think Jen named this one. Okay, so we're gonna have these proper names, right? And then we're gonna have fucking Nuke. My brother came up with this name. It's a Bjorn. I don't know why. Yeah, I would consider it was all caps when you named it. Aluria came up with this name. I think he took it from something, but I won't say that. Flo. Okay, there should be a W there, but okay. And Ellen came up with this name. Okay then. And one other thing is I'll try to give as much like trivia if you don't know it or stuff. Don't expect me to know everything. Now, I'm relatively knowledgeable about games like Final Fantasy 9, but when it comes to like 7 and 8, yeah, I'm kind of fucked there. Like I know the game, but I don't really know all the side stuff. I still don't even know how I got the proper weapon in Doom Train in Final Fantasy 8. Don't know how I did that. I probably looked at a guide. And you can spot some references and stuff in this games, but I'll point them out just in case you don't know. Yeah, that's about it for the intro. We're just gonna go in it. Oh, one last thing. I have to warn you that yes, there will be voice acting, and yes, some of them might have stupid voices because there's like so many characters, so get used to that. Except from Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 and 12, I'm not going to voice act over the cutscenes that have voices because I'm just not going to talk over them because I'm not like that. At least I was in World of Final Fantasy, but not in these games. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't even know if there's a Zelda reference in this game. Anyway, we're just gonna go in. I'm not prepared for this, so because I'm not used to talking to real people, so yeah. Why would I talk over the best line in Final Fantasy history? Okay, I did voice like this before. The world lies shrouded in darkness. I just made that voice up on the spot. The winds die. Just in case. That's a different. The seas rage. I forgot how slow this intro is. I don't know if it's the emulator or just the game. The earth decays. I heard that in the background. I don't know who it was. But the people believe in a prophecy and patiently await its fulfillment. A thank you, Scott Ragun. When darkness fails the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. After a long journey, 4 young travelers at last appear, and in the hand of each is clutched a crystal. This was actually my first attempted Let's Play, and it was terrible. I think it lasted like 3 episodes. And I was doing it blind, so I never actually knew the game. Anyway, thank you for the follow, Scottoregan. Actually popped up at the bottom right, so I did get to see it. Okay, what are the controls for this again? Okay, so here's the first reference, and we've not even moved. It's not reference, it's trivia. This is the only game of all the mainline Final Fantasies that has its own menu theme here. Every other game just keeps whatever music is playing. And we'll go into town in a second, but the castle's where you're supposed to go. Now we're in Cornelia Castle girlfriend floor. I guess you can't go for there. The king is searching for the prophesized warriors of light. Those crystals could it be? Oh, there was one thing. Yeah, that's getting turned on. That's getting turned on. That's about it. The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Wait, that's the exact same thing he said before. Fuck off. Aye, the king is searching. Fuck. Those crystals. You must see the king at once. Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? Ling. It is just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness fails the world, 4 warriors of light shall come.
Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy.
Yet they stand before us with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. I think I'll change his voice, but who gives a shit. Crystal bearers, there is a task I would ask of you. Will you go forth and rescue my daughter, Sarah?
Garland, a knight once in His Majesty's service has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask for your aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our northwest. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him.
I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you can rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a sign of my gratitude. Go now, warriors of light, and do not fail me. Okay, here we go. That's the done. And yeah, anyone probably could show up with random crystals, and that would well, then they'd die. So I actually don't remember if there's secret items here, but there usually is at the start of games. So let's go.
I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please, please Please bring my daughter, my Sarah, back to me safely.
The invisible NPC, where is he? There, look, he's gone. Now he's there. He's gone. Now he's
Her Majesty's overcome by grief. She shot herself inside the chambers. Please don't try to upset her.
I really shouldn't be giving these guys Scottish accents, cause like Jane. I say like
Jane?
oh, I've never played the NES version.
Please save Lady Sarah.
I swear this character model's in Final Fantasy V.
Garland was once the greatest knight in the kingdom, but power corrupted him and he turned away from his own true nature.
I do know that there is items in here you can get later when you get a key or something like that, but we're not here later, so.
My sister! Where's my sister?
I'm very good at female accents. Oh wow, that was actually it. Okay. I think you can go outside here, yeah. The door here is locked. Oh, I want to find the invisible woman. Hey, what are you doing in here, Gandalf? Well, there's a reference that isn't from Zelda.
Our ancestors sealed weapons with this treasure house 400 years ago. They then gave the key to the Elf King to hold on to the coming of Warriors of Light.
So there's an Elf King. That comes a bit later. The treasure house has been bound by the mystic key.
Our ancestors sealed... Wait, I'm just saying the same thing as the last guy. I ain't repeating this.
But yeah, you do have to come. Well, you don't have to come here. You can actually skip it, if I remember right. Unless they put the mystic orb or whatever it is in there. I don't remember. That's actually all you do here. Okay. So now we're going to go into the town. It's Cornelia. I don't know if that's in any other game that you might recognize, but yeah.
This is Cornelia, town of dreams.
I don't think I've ever heard it called that, but okay. So we're just going to be weird, and I'm going to explain that this is an inn, and you can rest here for HP and stuff. I'm not going to say that for every game. If I remember right, this is like a tutorial place. We're not going to talk to these old men because they're kind of creepy. Why are they just standing there? Ooh, that's a bush. Okay, there's one thing I really hate about this game, and it's not in this town, it's in one of the other ones where you get the boat. These NPCs do not fucking move. Look at this, I'm trying to push her out the way. In other games, they'll move out your way if you walk into them, but not in this game, and that will get a problem later on. Oh, was it? I didn't know that.
Hello there, I'm a dancer. What's that? You fancy a dance?
She didn't dance. I thought she did dance, but okay.
Restore the crystals to Greece.
Oh, please, you must rescue the princess.
Why is he standing in between these two? Oh, he got stuck there. Now this music, or the pause one, sounds really similar to that stupid Pixie place in Final Fantasy 14 that they added. So you can buy weapons here if you need them, but I wouldn't really recommend it, except from maybe... Well, actually, maybe I would recommend it. You might as well, actually, why not? So, you can actually do this in this game. Buy 2. Well, I should have bought 4. Because you can dual weld in this game. You don't need to be a ninja. If I remember right, you can dual weld in this game. So you don't need to be a ninja. I don't know if I'm optimizing this right or whatever, but we're going to... So we have this. Oh. Oh, you can't you can't double weld in this game? Oh. I was wrong, my bad. So if anyone's watching this as a guide, you can't double wield in this game. In Final Fantasy 2, you definitely can. Now, I don't want to make them all have the same weapon, but at the start, I don't think it really matters. He's going to use Black Mage anyway. Okay, so another important thing about this game, and I think Final Fantasy II does it as well, is you can save anywhere. You can save anywhere. You basically got save states. So that's pretty useful if you're stuck in a dungeon and want to figure out your way through or something. I don't know. I've used it before, but most games you can't. Now here is something actually worthy of buying. Can you steal in this game? I've literally never used a thief before. This was actually Aluria's decision. He chose the thief. Not me. He chose the thief. He chose all of them. Okay, and in this game, and Final Fantasy 2, and 3, and 5, you have to buy magic. Which is a weird kind of decision. Wow, way to throw you under the bus. But there's another wee thing with magic, if I remember right. You can only have 3 spells of each, you can only have 3 spells of each level. I think it's 3 in this game, and Final Fantasy 3, and maybe 2. In Final Fantasy 5, you just buy all the spells once. Okay, you have to buy magic in 11, I didn't know that. So apparently Cure can go on everyone, I didn't know that, but we're just gonna buy 1 for now. Yeah, see, you can only have 3 of each level, so these are level 1 spells. You can only have 3. Now here is a decision which I have to make. And you might notice down there, where it says Red Wizard and White Wizard and Knight, how those weren't classes you can choose from the start. We'll get to that later. If you don't know already, we'll get to that later. So Dia is one of your only damage spells, but Blink, yeah, I'm gonna give Dia. Might as well give her some damage spell, right? I think there's others. I think I already talked to you before, so shut up. They give you quite a lot of gil at the start, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of obvious we're gonna buy Fire and Thunder for you. But whether Focus or Sleep, I'm not so sure. Sleep seems more useful than Focus, I'm gonna be honest here. You gotta be careful, like if you buy the wrong thing, I think you're screwed off, so at level 1 it doesn't really matter, but later on it might.
Sage Lucan said something about finding the crescent moon. Then he just suddenly left town.
You could farm the drop? Wait, you can farm for stuff in this game? I mean, magic in this game? I didn't know that. Okay. I've not played this in so long, so...
The king truly believes in Lucan's prophecy that the warriors of light will come to save the princess.
Oh, okay, you're talking about 11. And another thing is, well, first we'll talk to this girl.
Please rescue Lady Sarah.
So another thing is this building here. You use this building to raise your characters. So you don't raise them in an inn, you have to go to a specific building for it. It's kind of weird, but in later games they obviously take that out. I don't think you can go in the water in this game. That's an item shop, nothing really worth saying there.
I once lived far to the east of here in the harbour city of Pravuka. These days our head is turned into a pirate's den.
So that's a place we'll have to go. The last voice before the girls, I imagine you talking like a rocker. Yeah, that church is really weird on the flashing. So I'm not going to do any excessive grinding, we're just going to go to the locations. So I guess off we go. And you'll notice right off the bat, there is up to 6. I think actually you can have 3 rows of enemies in this game. That is a lot, considering usually it's like 4 or 3 in later games. So yeah, can we target all of them in this game? Wait, you can't target all of them in this game? Oh man. That is awkward. Now the 2-hit thing and all that, I don't really know how to explain that, but it's something you'll notice in the first 3 games. So basically, yay for higher numbers. Luckily, since we're playing this version of the game, we won't have to be hearing this fucking song throughout the whole game. It's a good song, don't get me wrong, it's actually one of the better battle themes, but... okay, that is a bit weird, but I think that's emulator issues. But there's actually boss themes in this game. Quite a lot, actually. So there's the bridge he was talking about that we can't go over. Oh look, a goblin guard. I mean, I don't know what he's guarding, but he's on his own. Now as you can see, this is not the north, this is the northwest. So I'm gonna go in here to show you, but this is a place. But you'll notice that we can't get through because there's fucking Skeletor from He-Man blocking the way. Like, what is going on there? Well, we'll visit that later. This is the I-XII shrine. Oh no, these are the dwarfs, so my bad. Long ago the ye could enter, but the way's been shut since the land began to decay. He looks like the old man from another place, that's why I got confused. I should have remembered that the dwarfs are in this. And yeah, they're Scottish. I don't know why I'm putting a Scottish accent on. Doesn't sound like a... oh, whatever. Luckily, in this game, they don't trick you by making enemies that are super high level right next to the starting zone. So you get time to level up and stuff. So you can see your stats, and holy, that's actually quite a good stat increase for the start of the game. I'm not going to read through it all, but basically... okay, I think Nuke just gained 1 HP while everyone else was gaining 20 plus. Okay. This is where we first have to go. Oh, never mind, apparently this is where we first have to go. Into a battle with goblin guards. Nuke OP. Oh, and I guess in this game, you don't get healed when you level up. So, like, you keep your same HP, which is kind of a bit awkward, but yeah. How much of these can we use? Yeah, you literally can only heal 1. So this game can be a bit tough, but I think we'll be able to make it through. We just gotta hope that we don't have to heal. I might have screwed up a bit, but whatever. We might as well just save it. So places like this, I don't like that there's a menu music, so I'm glad they got rid of that in later games. Because this place actually has decent music, so you might want to listen to it. I mean, you might have heard of it in better quality if you were in my starting soon screen, but yeah. So these are bats. But you can't talk to them, I guess. This is Garland.
The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life.
Cornelia will be mine.
You're about to hear the famous line.
Who's there? The king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? Do you really think that you can cross swords with me? Very well. I got...
Wait a minute. That's not right.
I, Garland, will knock you all down.
That's the real line. I don't know why they changed that, because that's one of the most famous lines of Pavase. I, Garland, will knock you all down. I guess you can flee if you're a thief. And as you can see, there's actually a boss theme in this game, so yeah. He's not really that hard, although he was kind of tough when I did it with 4 white mages, just because I wasn't really sure what to do. Never mind. He is kind of tough. Oops, sorry Nuke. You could say you got nuked. Nothing to raise. How do you know about the story of this game, Illyria? What do you mean? This is the first boss of the game. What are you on about? He's kind of weak, but I think he must have been strong in the NES version. As you can see, there's not much strategy other than attack, but I suppose we'll do it. Flow's a little bit weak, but whatever. So that's the problem with 4 white mages, is that it isn't hard, it's just long. It's not just long in grinding, it's long in actual fights because you do barely any damage. Sorry Nuke, you don't get all this EXP. We got unlucky because I don't think you can formation or anything.
You've come to rescue me. I don't know how I can ever thank you. I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. That's the first time Garland has ever been defeated. You must allow me to show you my gratitude. Please accompany me to Castle Cornelia.
I have a feeling I might have missed out on some items, so I might have made a mistake there. Oh well. Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt that you are the warriors of light from Lucan's prophecy. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety. If I may. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. If they cannot gather the shards of light, the darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now I hear that a crystal can be found on the continent to our north. Restoring light to the crystal is our only hope of ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt as I promised. That's actually the worst part of this entire game. I pray that you succeed in restoring light to the 4 crystals and to the world. I don't like this scene because it's kind of annoying. Well, we're not there yet.
This lute has been entrusted to the Princess of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this lute as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you on your journey.
You obtain the loot. I don't remember what that's for, but we've got it, so yay!
The dancing girl in Tournament knows many strange things. If you stray from your path, try talking to her. She may know something that will lead you back to your path.
So what that means is, it's basically a hint system. If you don't know where to go, you can talk to that dancer and she'll help you out. I did use her quite a bit. Oh, we'll have to watch the cutscene I was talking about. I don't know why I don't like it, but yeah. It's probably the high-pitched song that they stole from Dragon Quest.
Orders from His Majesty, lads. We're to do our bit to fulfill Lucan's prophecy.
I think that... Did they spell fulfill wrong? I think they did. I don't know. They're all the same. Like, it doesn't make any sense. How are they building the bridge like that? And like, I know I'm being nitpicky, but that's the point. And also, why does it have to look different on each tile? Oh no, they fixed that. That's a better bridge than I've ever made. Although I don't know why its doors look like jail cells.
What's this bridge got to do with a prophecy, eh?
The 4 warriors are here. They're here in Cornelia.
Okay, so if I remember right, yep, he's still dead, so I get to show you the... I'm glad they got rid of it. Well, here you go. Move! Please move! Thank you. I do wish to resurrect you. I'm sorry, you. Arise, fallen warrior! Okay, that's a bit weird, but okay. It's a bit of a weird place, that. I probably should have bought Phoenix Stones or something. But the worst part is, Look what they raised them at. 1 HP. So you have to go to the inn as well. So I'm so glad they got rid of that. That's so needless. And it costs more. And I know I didn't voice it, but whatever. They're sleeping while moving. Yeah, well, I'm not used to playing old school games. But the thing is this is a remake. So this was made after Final Fantasy VII, and I think 8 and 9. So you would have thought they would have made some changes there. I will talk to her just to show you what I mean.
Hello there, I'm a dancer. What's that? You fancy a dance? You're still here then? Aren't you supposed to be crossing that bridge to the north? You must really want to dance with me.
Alright then, Kefka's daughter. So what we're gonna do is see what items we can buy. I don't know why I didn't do this. Oh, you can buy a few. Get the fuck! 500 gil, I should have expected that, but come on. So, simply we go north. I'll show off in the second game what I'm talking about, since there's an actual example I need to show. I told Illuria about it, but there's something awkward where if you go south of the starting town in Final Fantasy II, but I don't think there is something like that in this game, so we're lucky. Luckily, in this version of the game, if you hit the enemy on all the characters and it dies, they will just move to the next enemy. In the original, it would just say, I don't know what it says, but it just misses. Okay, here's the actual intro. I should probably read it, but yeah. You've probably seen a screen like this somewhere in your life, because it's kind of something they always see. Oh my god, that is slow. And so their quest began. The 4 warriors of light felt overwhelmed by the great task destiny had placed upon them. Oh really? Okay, you've never seen a screen like this before? Okay. Maybe I'm just saying that because my EOFF skin looks like this. They did not know the true significance of the 4 crystals they held in their hands. It's not specifically this game, I just thought it was an RPG like staple. The crystals that once long ago shone with a light so brilliant. Well, you've heard this music before, that's at least one thing. The time for their journey had come. The time to cast off the veil of darkness and bring the world once more into the light. Oh, I can believe you're joking, Alira, but that fucking Smart X guy, man, he isn't joking, he's being serious. He genuinely hasn't seen anything like this, probably. Just in case you didn't know what game we're playing, this is the game we're playing. And that's it. Now we're on our own, let's go. I don't think there's any side places you can go. Oh my god, these look like my brother. Gigaswarms. I don't really know what they do, so I don't know what that emote's supposed to be, but okay. So we're just gonna hit them. Like I say, I'm not very knowledgeable about this game. Considering, compared to some of the later ones, but I do try my best. Now the enemies obviously aren't too strong or anything, but... However, there is one enemy that I do know to watch out for, but he is way later in the game, and I will make special mention of him when we get there. Some people who know about Final Fantasy 1 might already know who I'm talking about, or what I'm talking about. Basically, they all leveled up. This takes so long. Okay, we're gonna need to heal. Oh my god, they actually... Sorry, I'm not used to the controls. Yeah, they took a lot of damage. Don't worry, it gets easier later. So you might think there's a town over there, but I'm pretty sure that that's just a dock. If I remember right, there is no town to the north here. There might be a cave, but there's nothing you can do in that cave yet. Wolves and warg wolves and the goblin guard. You know, for the goblin guard, it looks more like the wolves are guarding him. Do you think he's the leader of the wolves? We're just gonna hit them. I'm not using magic. Well, actually, I probably should use magic. That's true. Some of the gameplay in the old ones can be a bit boring. In like, if you had to go to the NES version, I don't know why I did that. It probably would be a lot worse, but in this version, it's fine to play. But then again, if you're playing this game for the story, then you're also playing it wrong, because there isn't really much story, to be honest with you. Like, I don't mean to sound like a dick, but there really isn't much story in this game. But Final Fantasy 2 and 3, they actually do have quite a decent story, which is why I actually like Final Fantasy 2, is actually like its story. It might be a little bit basic, but it's still way more complicated than the other two. And Final Fantasy 3 is decent as well. I like Final Fantasy 2's gameplay. I can understand why people don't like it, but I actually think it's alright. And there are some issues with it, like, you know, you have to hit yourself to get your HP up and stuff like that. Obviously sounds stupid, but yeah. See, yeah, you understand as well that not many people are gonna like it. Even if we do like it, it's definitely not optimal. It's definitely not one of the greatest gameplays. So here we are at the town. It's got red houses. Provoca. Oh wow, it actually does have red houses. This is the town where people really get in your way. Please help us! As you can see, there's no dancer here. The dancer's only in the first town.
Aye, those blasted pirates, they're running around looting and pillaging like they own the place.
Well, if they owned it, why would they pillage it? That doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna go to the inn first. Okay, now we're gonna bet which side of the room do we go to, left or right? I'm gonna bet left, because I always bet left. Doesn't matter what it is, even if it's wrong. Alright, let's go. I actually didn't even know, to be honest. HM's done it. Yeah, they took them out in the new game. Whoa. Actually, they took them out in Gen 7, didn't they? Doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't actually know what the point of a thief is in this game. Okay, I'll give them that. They take you out of the inn instantly instead of actually having to go out. So we're going to the right. Here's the black magic spell. Blizzard. Dark. Temper. Raises one ally's attack. Reduces all foes' number of attacks. So here's where you have to make a really... Oh, these are level 2, never mind. Well, we're getting Blizzard, because why not? Blind. Raise one ally's attack. Slow. You don't have enough guilt? Oh, shut up. Well, one's Temper. I actually was going to choose Slow and Temper, so good. Oh, okay, so Thieves get haste. Okay. I'm okay with that. Since we don't have enough money to buy anything, suppose we're just going to do this. So make sure you save your game. To be fair, debuffs or whatever in any game.
Oh, you got cannonballs of steel to be taken on the great pirate Bick. Kill all them lads.
Oh my god, that hurts my voice. I'm never doing that again.
Aye, aye, Captain. We'll make their bones go crunch.
And here you go. Here's your example. This is how many enemies you got to fight. It's so stupid. Oh yeah, I forgot you can turn Matthias into a toad. Now here's where I don't like the magic here, but I wonder if this works. Actually, I've never tested that. So they die pretty easily, but it's still a long while. Oh wow, it does work. Okay. That'd be awesome. Although I'm pretty sure they do have a haste-like buff. It's called Huton. Since they die so fast, I'm not gonna waste magic on them. Well, actually, I probably should have since. Yeah, I probably should have since I could just heal anyway. Okay, so as you noticed here, in other Final Fantasy games, I guess physical attacks wake people up, but I guess in here it doesn't, so yay? And no, they're not undead, even though they kind of look like zombies. I don't know why they're all green. All of them is green. Even their sword is green. They're all green. They're made of grass. How the heck do you attack too fast? Oh wow, only one person leveled up. I wonder who. It was Nuke, I think.
I be most sorry, young masters. How be no making no more fuss, I swear. I want you to take me shit for your troubles. Can you find it in your heart to forgive an old pirate?
You obtained a ship. Yes, already we've got a ship. This game is not the longest Final Fantasy you'll ever play.
Because of you, we needn't fear the pirates anymore. Thank you so much.
How much guild did I get from that? 407, okay. No.
They say there are elves living across the sea. But the elf prince has fallen into a deep sleep and hasn't woken up.
Why is everyone crying in this game? Yeah, you say the same thing as the other guy, so shut up. The item shop should still be the same, so I'm not going to bother checking it. Especially because we'll be going back to another item shop soon anyway. Wow, we can't even afford that. We are way not good. So we're gonna just buy 4 of these for now. And we might as well buy a shield since you can't double wield in this game. And since this game doesn't have much options, you might as well just click optimal for like most things. Maybe later in the game you might not need to, but if I remember right, the next town has the same level 2 black magic. We're just gonna go sleep. That's a lot of fucking gil. 50 gil at the start of the game. Now I'm almost 40. What are you charging over here, you wee slit? Are you talking about the I can't remember what the people used to call it, but was that the second island at the north? I think they call it Peninsula of Power or something like that. If you're talking about that, I don't know if I want to grind because I don't want to be overpowered. Not that this game's really hard to begin with, but
I'm that here from Melbourne, town far to the west. I know I'm old, but this is my accent. It is truly a pitiable sight. The earth rots, and the monsters attack in the night.
oh, okay, you're talking about the when you're on the boat.
Is there nothing you can do to help?
And no smart. It's not a minecart ship like my RPG Maker game. So the first thing we're gonna do on this ship is. Uh-oh, I forgot the num. Ellen, remind me the button combination. I think if you press one button a bunch of times, something weird happens. I could be wrong, I might be pressing the wrong button, but we'll see. I don't think it's this button. No, it was definitely the ship. because I remember doing it before, but I actually had Google open and I don't want to I don't want to fuck the stream up and open up Google, so why don't I just press all 4 buttons? Hey! If you press, this changes between versions of the game you're playing, but there's a certain code thing. Okay, hold A, press B. Okay, so I almost did it right. Yeah, there you go. That wasn't 55 times, but okay. Yeah, you unlock this stupid minigame if you do that on the boat. I don't know why, but yeah, you do. Now, I think if you do it in under 30 seconds, you get a fuck ton of gil. Problem is I'm terrible at this. So, you've probably seen this game somewhere before, but yeah. You're just supposed to line it up where, like, one at the top right, blah 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 blah. You know what? There's no way I'm ever gonna do this, though, because I've already fucked up. Coincidentally, there's the exact number of tiles here as there are in Final Fantasy games. Oh my god. What have I done? Why did I even bother trying this? Okay, well I got some of these in the right place. We're gonna try and actually win this minigame. That doesn't make any sense to me. Also, thank you for the follow, whoever it was. I can't remember the name, but because it just popped up at the bottom left, and there's some stream settings I'm gonna have to adjust. But that doesn't mean I don't appreciate it, because I do. I appreciate everyone. Oh. Okay, I think we're getting there. Okay, I think we're getting there. Oh, I see. Holy shit, you're smart. Too bad I can't rely on you to carry me through the 30-second challenge, because that would take... there's no way you can do that. Like, I kind of understood what you did for the other part, but I can't really replicate it, if you know what I mean. Probably not, since I have no idea what that is. Yo, this is the best strategy. No, go back up there. It's called the snake movement. It's where you move everything. Oh, that actually worked. Oh, yeah, I was gonna do the minigame in Final Fantasy II. I actually never knew it existed until I was doing some research. Oh, damn it, I thought we were actually doing pretty good there, bro. You know the problem is I'm too scared to move the reds, that's my problem. Do we want to move the 13 here? Oh no, what am I doing? Oh shit, oh no, this is impossible, man. We just need to get that 12 over there. But then, by the time we get that 12 over there, we're probably like screwed something else up, so... I mean, if I take too long on this, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna waste the entire stream playing this stupid minigame. I just wanted to show it off because I thought it was kind of interesting that it even was in the game. Yo, we did it! Win rate 100%! So as you can see, you need to do 30 seconds, so that's not gonna happen, but we got a potion from it, so yeah. If you ever want to play a game of slide puzzle, here you go. No, we're not playing that again. Another thing I'm going to mention about the boat is the only places you can dock, as you can see, are on these parts. So that one you saw before, that's why that's there. It's the only place you can dock is on those things. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm not sure if the magic stays the same or not, but yeah. You don't want to get too far away because I think there might be stronger enemies. Wow, the encounter rate is supposed to be really high here. Now that water you might want to take note of. Okay, we finally got an encounter. We didn't even get the enemies that we wanted. There is an airship, yeah. This game may not have started the first for everything, but it definitely started the first of airships. Oh, is he paralyzed? Oh, no way. He doesn't seem too happy about being paralyzed. Oh, you missed. What are you doing? That's a Sahagin. You can't miss against them. Hey, you say it nerfs encounters everywhere, but there's one place where it doesn't nerf encounters. I think we all know what I'm talking about. Unless you've not played the game before, then you probably don't. I want to get into a counter with the pirates. Like, I don't want to grind really, but I just want to show off the encounters. That's not pirates. Yeah, see, you knew exactly what I was talking about. At least I'm pretty sure you do. I don't know anyone, well, I've never really asked, but when I first played this game, and it was this version, yeah, I found that place and I wasn't exactly thrilled. I thought I was being really unlucky, but no, it turned out it was scripted to have a bunch of encounters like that. We might get there today actually, considering the pace we're going is kinda fast. I say kinda fast, but that's taken into account that I'm talking and stuff. Why did I use fire on a Sahagin? You should be using thunder on Sahagins, but whatever.
Wait, you ain't a fishman? Get on, boys!
That was a reference to Streets of Rage. Earths and later the Eye. I don't actually know what that means. I don't know which enemies you're on about there. But I am intending to defeat this game's only super boss. I've never ever seen it before, but I'm going to try. Okay, we'll try one more time to get the pirates. All the hill giants. Yeah. The hill giants I was going to go to, don't worry about that. Since I don't want to grind, I'm just going to show you the pirates, and I've said that like 5 times now. But yeah, we'll just do one more counter. I mean, it's not the last time we're going to go on the boats. We might see them anyway. Oh yeah, there is, because of those, like that place I showed you earlier with the Skeletor. Places like that, there's some super bosses. Yeah, it's a long fight, but it's really easy. Are you serious with this encounter rate, man? Oh, screw this, I'm going into the docks. I was kind of expecting a counter right at the end. Oh, there we go, fuck off. Oh, Shrek, what have they done to you? Chicken drumstick mine, die now. It's all ogre now. Where have I heard that before? I must have heard it in like a meme or something. Oh shit, these guys are actually kind of tough. So we're gonna... Can we move forward and back? No, we can't. Yeah, in this game you cannot move forward and back. Forward and back and the forward. Okay, so we're gonna go up. Nothing there, but there is a town here somewhere? I think it might be down. If I remember right, you can actually get up to like 4 ogres here, it's crazy. I don't know why I'm reluctant on using magic, I really don't. I might as well use it. That's why he's there. Oh shit, I think I remember the Zelda reference. Yeah, I think I remember what you're talking about.
don't know what we can do. Please help our prince.
Yeah, I'm gonna go show off the Zelda reference. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Ah, here we go. You see a gravestone. You see a gravestone. Here lies Link. Yeah. Sorry, Link. I'm sorry you died. Oh, where the hell was... You know what? Screw it. You don't have enough guilt? Shut the hell up. Whoa, what was that? Then, like, the creative spirit of his series? That's cruel. So we will come back here to buy stuff, but yeah.
No one knows where Astos, king of the Dark Elves, is gone.
But I think the reason why... Yeah, I mean, Link is an elf-like creature, so these guys are elves. Is that in the NES version, or was that an addition in the remakes? I mean, I assume this game came out after Zelda 1 came out.
Our prince was meant to become the Elf King. But what will happen now?
I have no idea what that just was. Wow, you can buy level 4 spells here as well. The reason is we will be on this place for quite a while, because one of the most infamous dungeons of Final Fantasy 1 is here. Yeah, they didn't look like giraffes in this game.
I am a sage. When the time is right, the future is revealed to me. I shall wait patiently until then.
If I remember right, you can talk to her after the this quest line is done, and she'll point you in the next wave. Fucking Dalmels. Oh look, there is haste. Doubles. So speed in this game is basically the attacks. Oh good, my emotes still work. Thanks for the test.
Weapons and armor made of mithril are sturdy and powerful. You should try them. You'll be surprised, I reckon.
Hey, I'll give them one thing. The Elezen is they may look like giraffes, but they don't look as bad as Dalmels. Was the other part show you a sleeping bag? I can't remember, but here's a tent. If you don't know what a tent does, well, it says it right there in this game, but in most games it heals you to full. Cure silence, cure stone. We're not going to worry about that just yet, but we probably should. But whatever. What the hell are you on about? Oh, I get it.
If the prince does not awaken, there will be no Elf King, and we will be at the mercy of the Dark Elf's evil power.
You're so damn rude. Reno wants to be in a boss fight with you.
In a journey I once took to the west, I wandered into an ancient castle. I didn't find the soul inside, and the whole place gave me the willies, so I left as fast as I could.
Oh, that's boring. I'm glad they changed it to Link. Unless Erdrick is like a real person. If that's the case, then... Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Makes sense. I still prefer Link, because I don't really play Dragon Quest. The only thing I know about Dragon Quest is that I played most of the first game. And also, their like title screen music is awesome. Okay, she says the same thing as the other one. So that was a quick run through this town, but we will have to come back here quite often. Because yeah, one of the most infamous dungeons, as I said, is in here. Huh, there's a dock there? Let's see if we can dock around there, there must be a way. Oh, I don't say it's bad, but it's definitely not for me. One thing is it's a little bit too goofy. It feels a bit too... The first ones don't, but the later ones look a bit too goofy for me, which is not exactly my style, but that doesn't mean it's bad, and it doesn't mean they are, it just looks like it. And I know the person who made Dragon Quest is the person who made the Dragon Quest art is the person who did Chrono Trigger. In fact, I think both teams worked on that, Square Enix and Dragon Quest team. Yeah, I do actually. The person who made the art for Dragon Quest, as you probably know, is the same one for Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, but most people would just say Dragon Ball Z. I prefer Dragon Ball though, by the way, so yeah. Stupid one. This is annoying that there's no AoE spell at this level. I'm not really used to it. And I think Nuke is going to die, so we need to make sure that doesn't happen. I don't think there's any way we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. Wow, for being strong, you're quite weak. Please, Nuke, don't die. I will give you my last kitten. Hey, you say that, Aluria, but literally, like... So in the NES game, you could... Okay, hang on, let me get my thoughts here. In the SNES games, for AoE, it's literally the same spell. You would get like fire, and then you would press like left or you would press L or R, and it would target all of them. There was no specific spell for AoE. That's why I'm saying it's kind of weird, because I'm used to that. No, you can't. It even says it only targets one person as well, which is kind of odd. So I can understand why it doesn't, but like coming back to it from playing some of the later games is kind of awkward. I'm going to see if I can get round to the other water I saw. I'm not sure if we can. Oh well. Oh, see, we're still not seeing the pirates. I don't know why I'm going on magic, but okay. You know, I'm so used to having Ragnarok in Final Fantasy X-2 that I'm more inclined to use Cure in battle than out of battle. Even though it has no difference right now, but it did there because Ragnarok reduced it to 0 MP inside the battle. But we might as well hear Bjorn over here. So at least there's one thing when playing this game, is that the game won't take too long to beat the main game, so we have plenty of time to go on to some side content, eh? Although it can take a bit of a while if you don't know where to go. So, like me right now. It won't take too long to beat the main game. It's one of the shortest ones. The first 3 are all really kind of short. Well, 3 can be quite kind of long, and so can 2 if you... Because that took me a whole day to beat. I mean, I'm not saying we'll beat it in this session. So we're not going to go there yet, but we do have to go there later. The final dungeon? I don't remember it being that bad. Oh, here we go, Buccaneers. At least they're not all green this time. Yeah, see, 1.5 hours. That's really, really fast for an RPG. Well, I'm not speedrunning it, so yeah. Also, can you explain what Schadenfreude means? Yo, it's the Street Sharks and Sahagan Chief. Don't you hate when you're just on a boat and a shark jumps onto your boat and starts like whacking you with its tail and stuff? Pisses me off when that happens. Really? You couldn't hit a fucking shark? I don't know why I find it funny that it's just called Shark. Really? Final Fantasy VII is only 2.5 hours. Wow. Feels like a much longer game than that. I suppose when I play Final Fantasy 12 I do all the side stuff, so maybe that's why it kind of feels a bit longer when I play that game. So we can't go to the docks to the south yet, or at least I haven't figured out how.
Oh no, This is not a good.
We could run, but I'm too stubborn for that. Oh, this isn't good. No fucking way. Wow, I really underestimate the length of some of these games. I mean, even if we lose a few characters here, I think our tier should be able to stay alive. Oh no, this is not good. Like, I know I already said it isn't good, but now it's even worse. Okay, he's actually kind of weak. Oh, never mind, it's because he hit the warrior. I'm actually a bit worried about this, especially because I was sitting there calling the game easy. I wasn't prepared. Once you get your stats and MP up, it's generally not too bad, but... Okay, we lost Bjorn. I'm sorry, Bjorn. At least it wasn't Nuke. We're just gonna have to go all out. Kill the fucking worm and we should be good. I'm gonna try not to swear as much as I can, but one thing is, you could probably tell, I'm kind of Scottish and it's in our dialect. And also, it's kind of hard to break habits, but that doesn't mean I won't try. 7 minutes, right, that must be some cheat. No way you can beat this game in 7 minutes, even on the NES, especially on the NES. It takes 7 minutes to get into one fight. Okay, we got out. That was actually really worrisome. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some... How much money did we rack up? Not as much as I thought. That's crazy. Do you think people with epilepsy would suffer with these lights? I'm kind of worried if they do. I'll think about that sometimes. 200 gil. What are you charging out here? Ignore that graphical error. It's kind of it's just there. It's gone. Don't know what that was all about, but yeah. We're gonna need some defense. Oh my god, this is so pricey. Okay, buy one of these. Buy 3 of these. And that leaves us with... I don't want to buy a shield. This just costs way too much. I'm not even gonna bother. Buy that. That'll be it. We'll have to come back here, like I said, all the other times to talk about this place. Another thing we're gonna have to look at is weapons. We have to make sure we have enough money to heal as well. There's no way we're getting through here without healing. We should probably heal first over everything. 100! Alright then. That's enough to buy a pack of cider. What are you on about, man? I want some cider. See, the Black Mages have always looked like that since the very first game. Just use... I wish I could transfer Gil from Final Fantasy 14 into real money. That'd be amazing. So that's if you use monks, although I'm pretty sure that is suboptimal to use those for monks. And you might as well just use the fists. Crozier. That's actually a good idea, but I'm not gonna do it. And no, I don't sell gear. Gil. No, I do not sell Gil. Okay, we should be good enough to deal some damage. We're gonna take a look in the castle first, before we move out, but yeah. I do remember this part being kind of tough. Once you're past this part, it gets a lot easier. Because it's fun. Savage is fun. I don't know, this tier, because of my internet, it didn't go so well after the 7 fight.
Astos' curse has put our prince into a deep sleep from which he cannot awaken. Please, will you not attempt to aid our slumbering prince?
How much you want to bet he says the same thing? Yep, I'm not saying Xanatos.
The Dark Elf King Astos stole into the castle and placed a curse on our prince. And then Astos skirted away the castle's treasures.
Ah man, it gets hard to talk after a while, man. As you can see, Link is sleeping. Z. He's not sleeping, he's saying Z.
The princess slept under Astos' curse for 5 years now. There must be some medicine that can rouse the sleeper. But where?
I find it kind of weird there's swan statues, but whatever.
The dwarfs live in a cave on the western edge of the Albion Sea. They're a friendly people.
This place also has the same issue where you need to wait before getting all the loot. Please move. Please move. Please move. I would have been faster going around, oh my god. Go left. Oh fuck, I'm not even gonna worry about that. I don't think there's anything we can do here other than that, but... So, where we have to go is... Well, we're gonna save the game first, because I don't want to die. We're already level 7, nice. So where we have to go is all the way to the west. And when I say all the way, I mean all the way. This is gonna take quite a while, so strap in. Now is a good point to save, now's a good time to save magic points, if possible. Actually, you know what? I think after this battle I'm gonna buy some potions, cause there's no way I'm getting through this next part without, like, it's an endurance round, that's the problem. It's not really hard on its own, but it's quite enduring. Arduous, I suppose, is the word. Alright, come on. Wolf. $36 go, you know that's fine. There, see, he's got some HP. Look, 79, alright, now shut up. Where's the
Potion pop.
shop? I bet you it's at the bottom and I just walked past it. I bet you. Okay, there is. Okay, so I just realized this place doesn't even sell Phoenix Downs. What the hell? Oh, whatever. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, we can't afford much. Maybe we do have to do some grinding. I really didn't want to slow down just the gameplay just to grind, but if it requires it, we're going to have to. And so we're gonna do the LN strat. I guess that's fight rules. Of course, each time it'll go faster because we're killing them faster. No, I don't want to fight in the forest. The game put me in here. I guess they don't appear in the forest. Really? One step? Aye, right. Why couldn't I get that when I was wanting them in the water? Stupid old game. We're just gonna blast them with some magic. Alright then. Oh, couldn't he heal him by 2 more points, could you? Oh well. But yeah, this game is I do think that this game is really low on my Final Fantasy list of what ones I like, but that doesn't technically mean it's bad. It's just that everyone else after does better. Because this is the most basic Final Fantasy you'll ever get. which is fine. I do have speed up, but I've always, I don't know what people's thoughts are on speed up, and I've always assumed that when people saw a speed up, it would be classed as cheating, and so I never did it because technically it's not in the game, it's an emulator existence. Whereas if you play something like Final Fantasy 12, it's in the game, you know, or the Zodiac Age anyway. If you play the original 12, it's not in the game, so... And I actually think the 13 series as a whole are about the same in my rankings, but they're just above Final Fantasy 1 in my list. There is one game that's below Final Fantasy 1, and that is Final Fantasy 15. I just don't like it. If you like it, that's fine, but it's just not my game. Bjorn leveled up quite a bit of stats there. How much gil are we aiming for? I suppose we should try to get 1,000. It shouldn't be too bad if we get some pirates. Alright then, that's yeah, that'll do. But we're gonna have to cure up for this, definitely. Hit you for some reason, I don't know why. It's good that they're wasting their attacks on Bjorn. Never mind. And I meant to say R tier, not Bjorn. That was pathetic. The thief did more damage than the warrior, are you serious? So this battle might take a while, but hopefully it'll give us a lot of gills so we don't have to worry too much. I will buy as much like potions and stuff I need, but then when we come back, you just fight. Yeah, the war mech. Aye, I'm just gonna fight him. He is ages away. I've actually never ever seen him before. Like I've never seen him in game, so I have a rough idea what he is, but the first time I ever heard of him, they said where he was, and it turned out it was actually wrong. So the first place told me he was in the final dungeon, but he's not. He's not in the final dungeon, he's in, I think it's the second last dungeon. So it's close, but it's not the exact final dungeon. But we'll get there. Okay, this battle has to be done soon. If any game had to have any AoE at the start, this is the game that should have had it. Because like, after Final Fantasy 4, they stopped giving you... I think Final Fantasy 4 or 5 is the... 4 or 3 is the last game which actually has encounters with like 8 enemies. You know what? That's not actually a good amount, we're going to need more. Ninova War. To be fair, I would kind of agree to an extent. I just can't really play Ninja in Final Fantasy 14 if that's what we're referring to, but... Usually Sahagins are blue. Are you talking about party members you can use? Or are you talking about enemies you can fight? If you're talking about enemies you can fight, which I'm pretty sure you are, I don't know why I even asked that. I can't remember, I feel like it's 3 to be honest, is the highest amount of enemies you can fight. But I could be wrong there. Okay, we're just gonna go back and heal. Maybe get some gil off these stupid wolves, I guess. I was kind of hoping for an encounter with the ogre. No! It's an MMO, it's gonna take too long to do an MMO for this. Like, just to get through the main story, then I would have to do all the raids because I would have to do them. Because I said I was going to do all the side content. And it's Final Fantasy 11, it has all this grindy stuff in it. You have to like grind. Well, and you wonder why I don't play Final Fantasy 11? There's no raids in it. I'm not grinding, I'm just moving back to the town, that was all. I was just going around in circles to do it. Oh wow, I just realised these are all warg wolves. Like, they're not even normal wolves, they're all warg wolves. So this might take a little bit of time. But yeah, we're not going to grind anymore, we're going to the I was joking, Ellen, but I'm not going to play it for the marathon, that's for sure. Bigot. You make it sound like an actual real life issue as well though, you make it sound like I hate women or something, like come on. Alright. How much skill do we rack up? You know, that's decent enough. What? When did I say I hated it? I didn't hate it. It has good music. Although it's a little bit like... It's good music. That's all I will say. I don't know what else to say about it. Alright. So our first order of business is, well, we got enough weaponry, I'd say. I mean, we're going into a dungeon, there's bound to be loot in there that will help us. We're going to buy a tent. That's not a tent. Tent. 2. Buy a few potion pops. I feel like we're going to need these. I do remember poison being an issue, so yeah. Off we go then, we're going to the dreaded cave I forgot the name of. I think it's called Marsh Cave. Yeah. It's gonna take a bit of time to get there, and you have to go all the way back just to heal cobras. They look kind of stupid, to be honest with you. Did it really take 25 minutes to get all that gil? No way. I think these guys give you poison. I mean, they're cobras, you would expect it. But also, isn't that usually how it goes when you farm for stuff? Oh, that's dead end. Stupid me. So if I remember right, actually I'm gonna test it to show yous. Well, we're gonna have to get there first. Well, I'm going to show you something. Ellen probably might know what I'm talking about because we already talked about it, but I don't think I've ever gotten there before, so I could be wrong where its location is, but I'm going to try it. But first we need to get past the wolves. Now see, that was some good hits. Look, fucking nuked them. Okay, we're gonna go up. Well, if we can get there. Oh, I did get an ogre in the forest. Oh good, we killed him one hit. So that castle we're not going to go into yet because there's no need. Well, we will go there soon, don't worry. I like how we're getting all these encounters when we don't want them, but when we did want them, we don't get them. I find it funny that who's killing them is people hitting them with 9 damage. So we're gonna go up here. Okay, oh, these weren't who I wanted. I might be wrong actually where I'm going. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm just gonna go to the dungeon, to be honest with you, but... Let's actually use some magic now. That might be good. 1 damage. See, this is why it takes forever to do a 4 white mage run. All your white mages hit for like 1 damage, aye. Screw that. Well, I suppose he did 8 there. So if I remember right, if you get encounters here, although the water might block it off now, but if you get encounters here, I'm going to use the speed up just to show you if I'm right or wrong. Come on. I don't want to use this forever, but okay. Okay, I'm wrong. I don't know where it is. If anyone knows where the Peninsula of Power is, then tell me. I want to try and show it off, but if not, then I guess we'll deal with it. Basically, there's a place around this island, I think, where there's like very few tiles where you stand on and you get encounters with enemies that are way above your level, like way above. And if you can kill them, you obviously get a lot of EXP from them, so it's a good place people use to level up. I just don't know where it is. Oh really? It was all the way over there? Oh wow. See, I always thought it was up here for some reason, I don't know why. And you actually googled it as well, Lydia, because I know you didn't know what it was, probably, because you've never played the game. Unless you did, but then, cool. Well, I might show it off, but I'm not going all the way back there right now. Oh, good job we bought those antidotes. So there was one time where I ate a berry as a kid. It was like on a plant on my garden, or my grandma's garden, and I ate it, and then they said it was poisonous, my dad and all that. And apparently I was sitting there worrying about where the antidote was. Apparently the antidote was milk, because that's all they had to give me for it to just not do anything. They probably didn't even have to give me milk, it probably just would have done nothing anyway. But apparently I thought it was poisoned and needed an antidote. That's what happens when you've been playing games like Harry Potter and stuff where you use antidotes to cure poison. I mean, you might. Or you could just download them, or I can just give you them. I think it's technically illegal to advocate emulators, but it's about as illegal as parsers are in Final Fantasy 14. Although, back in my day, they used to be really easy to get, but nowadays they're a little bit more sketchy to get, so it's kind of awkward. Because there was a big crackdown sometime during my high school days or something, where they just... all these good sites and that just got destroyed, or all their ROMs got taken off and stuff. It's kind of sad, but I understand it kind of, but I disagree with it. Oh, of course you have that game. Of all the games, you have Mystic Quest. The 10th anniversary, is that the PlayStation version? I think it is. Then you have 6, and 2, and 3. Is that the NES 3? Or the 3D 3? The NES 3 is literally the only NES game I've ever beaten. Oh. Well, funnily enough, 2 and 3 are actually 4 and 6, if you're talking about SNES then. Okay, here's the dungeon. I remember having a hard time here the first time. And yeah. And it has really weird music. And bats. Really? Already. Green slime. I don't like the look of these. They look like bats that have been slimed on. Okay, yeah, okay. Now you could tell maybe why I don't like this place. They die fast with magic, sure, but I only have one magic user. Oops. Did I just physical attack with everything? I'm an actual idiot. It doesn't matter, die. Well, that's okay because 1-2 DOS is what you're seeing right now. I haven't actually figured out how to stop the slowdown on 5's GBA sound patch. But we've got a lot of time before we get there, so maybe we can figure it out. So much encounters. Shadows. I don't remember these, so they probably aren't too bad. Okay, no, they're nothing. I think they count as undead, so maybe Dia works. I'll have to test that. Okay, these definitely count as undead. Okay, that is definitely some ROM hack or something, because it's not a real game. Oh, here we go. Now, if you're wondering why I went north instead of south here, it's because south is the way you're supposed to go if I remember right. North is the optional path. Sunlight, no! How dare you hit us with sunlight? Honestly, why'd you have to paralyze our tier? Hopefully we can get through this dungeon in one run. But I don't really remember the route, so I probably should have looked up on that. Basically a dungeon is all these just doors. Oh nice, broadsword. And gill. Oh look, see I made up all that gill already. Okay, that's good. Might as well, eh? That should definitely make things easier. Just stay with a low encounter rate. Thanks to Gil. If I remember right, I've said that a lot in this, haven't I? If I remember right, shut up. Well, what I was going to say is, I think there's like an extra floor, but that might not be in the bonus path, that might just be in the path you're supposed to go. Wow. No, I hit the wrong one. At least you can back out if you press the wrong place. Wait, you were curious if it was a real game or not? Of course it's not. Especially with that. I'm Steel Mewtwo. What the hell is a Steel Mewtwo? Oh, you wanted to see what was in it. Yeah, honestly, I probably would have done the same thing. Okay, here we go. Here's another door. Dagger. It's useless. Well, maybe the Black Mage can equip it. Yeah, screw it, you can have the dagger. I think that's everything now. Marsh Cave U1. What does that even stand for? I hate these enemies. I've barely even attacked them and I hate them. underground one. It's such a weird thing, I've never heard any game actually call it something like that. See, I'm not going to waste MP on something like this. If I've already started attacking it, I might as well just keep going, you know? Otherwise I've just wasted turns or MP, and you've got to conserve some MP. I mean, if I was playing this in NES, I probably would be screwed, but I'm not, so well, if I managed to make it through NES of Final Fantasy 3, I feel like I could do anything, because that game was fucking tough. I mean, technically it wasn't NES if you want to get really technical, but I don't care. And I will view it later, like after the stream, Aluria, but thank you. It sounds weird. Are you serious? More, but they're upgraded. How am I gonna deal with this? Never mind, they're downgraded. Okay, I like these ones. They can actually die. It's the green ones I don't like. I don't know why these ones are different than the other ones, but whatever. Do we go down or do we go right? Usually it would be a choice between left or right, but I'm gonna go right. Fucking hell. Right is cursed, just never go right. If you ever get a choice of right or left, never go right. Just always wrong. Always. Shadows. Shadow the Hedgehog, what have you done now? They look like they're holding toothbrushes. That was actually kind of strong. I'm glad they gave him the knife. I hope it didn't lower the magic. I don't think it does. Yeah, I was pretty sure that just looked around. Okay, here we go. There's just a big open room basically, and you've got to get your way and check like every fucking door. It gets a bit crazy. Blood bones. He's blue and he's called Blood Bones. Shouldn't he be red? Oh wow, he's actually kind of strong. He also looks like he only has one arm. Okay, good, we got some levels going up. I think we can make it through this dungeon in one run. I do. That was actually a bad heal, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, screw that. Is there no another side to that? Okay. I'm glad that they got better with dungeon designing. Although not by too much, but still. Like, compared to this, the fucking dungeons in later games are amazing. But don't worry, I love Final Fantasy 2, but I'm going to be honest here and say that their dungeons are worse than this. Yeah, that 6 is 6, but it's probably the PlayStation or GBA version, but the 3 that you got on the SNES is the SNES version. Because when it came here, it was called 3. Or when I say here, I mean to you guys. We actually didn't get any Final Fantasies until 7. 7 was our first. You honest to God fool, who took my loot? It's loud because it's awesome. Even the bats block you from getting through. Why? Whoa. I don't remember all this loot being stolen from me because I definitely haven't been here before. Unless I just like blacked out like years of my life. It's a bit of a overstatement, whatever. I don't even know what game genie codes there are because I don't like cheating usually. I mean, it's fine if you like it. I'm just saying it's just not my thing. I know my sister loves to cheat in every game that she plays. She plays Resident Evil all the time and I'm always like, are you cheating again? Is that why you have that revolver? Yep. Oh, I've actually ran out of antidotes. This is not good. I just realized these are not wolves, they're werewolves. This is gonna be a problem. Well, I know 3 is 6 because you told me it was on the SNES. Is it? Would you call it lower quality? I'd debate that it's in... I don't know. I can tell you where it's in higher quality, the music. The graphics might be better though. It depends if you like SNES graphics or not. Or was it PlayStation? I don't know. I can't tell what you're playing on. I just kind of assumed the GBA because no one plays the PlayStation versions of anything unless they have to. Oh, that's weird. Are you serious? I don't remember them eating all the items. Actually, I'm lost. I'll be honest. I'm kind of lost. And this is not good because we need to get through this dungeon, beat the boss thing, and get out. I think we can heal through it, but we might have to go back. Like, we have tents and stuff, so we are not screwed completely. Okay, here we go. I must look like an actual fool playing this game right now. But you know what? That's fair. I mean, if we're gonna do a marathon, we have to start from the first. I'll see. They were... Oh, nice! The Phoenix down. Nice. Okay, I'll take that. Move! Move! Okay, check our health. Oh my god. This is terrible. No! I'm gonna flee by. I don't think it's hard, it's just gonna be like a waste of time fighting those things. Come on, give us an antidote, even just one. Poison ain't gonna stop me from exploring dead ends. Oh yeah, you take that chest on. Okay, cure in the time. You don't get a lot of cure points. If there's one thing, only a couple of us are poisoned. Oh no, I forgot about that. You have to come back here later with the key. Just to see what's in there. Okay, this is a fight I'll actually do. So what I'm gonna do, since you can save in this game, I'm gonna save in front of the boss chest, and if I can beat it... Yeah, walking with poison, yeah. Totally miss it. I missed dying. I don't know if it's worth even trying the boss. But I'm definitely going to save it before it. The boss you'll definitely recognize. Okay, what is going on with that? There's no way. There's no way. We're gonna have to flee. We're just gonna have to. Hey, it's not your turn. I got in over my head, didn't I? In over my head. Well, let's just try and get out here then. Pretty sure the tent will not get rid of the poison, but if we can get back to the house, the town, we'll definitely be prepared to come back in this stupid place, so... I am not gonna die. I'm probably gonna die because I don't know my way out. No! Not an ambush, come on! Oh no, okay. Oh no. Come on, get out of there. We have a Phoenix down. We're not out of this yet. He's the one with the highest chances. 1 HP? Alright then. It doesn't matter who I raise then. Come on, get out of there. The thing is now that we have 2 people alive, we gotta get those 2 people back to the town. Because the tent's not gonna raise them. The last time I did this, I didn't have this much issue, to be honest with you, so... I'm glad that I'm having more issue than I thought. Especially because I said this game was easy. Yeah, it doesn't raise them. That'll do. We've got to get back. Okay. Well, that's gonna put a hamper on things, ain't it? But if there's one silver lining is, look at how much gil we got. I think we're fine to buy everything we need to buy in that town now. I don't think I've, aside from a 4 white mage run, I don't think I've ever played this game without a warrior, a black mage or white mage. I've always used both. The first time I had a monk in place of a thief, and then the second time I had a red mage in place of a thief, so... Or did I have 2 red mages the second time? I can't remember. Come on. Run away. Stop hitting us. I don't want to run every battle, but this is like a crisis. I have to run. Come on now, why is the encounter rates being so high now? Why couldn't it be this high when I wanted them? Ugh. There's the town. Yes, I was expecting like a last ditch attack from the goblins or something. That was like the one enemy that didn't attack, was a goblin. Man, by the time we fucking raise everyone and heal, we'll have no money to spend. Yeah, and you have to resurrect them one at a time. One at a time. And they deliberately place these candles so you can't use the organ. Like, what if I want to use the organ? Okay, first off, yeah, that's enough. We'll buy another 2 of those. We'll buy another 10 of these, because we really need to be prepared on those. Now we're gonna just buy some magic. White magic here. What do we got? Oh my, I buy 1 magic and I'm already out. That's not worth buying that magic. I'm sorry. Yeah, I already got told by LN that they did that and it screwed up the game or something for some reason. I can't remember how he said it screwed it up, but apparently it was bad and it fucked the game up, so oops. I'll actually take that, that's a decent build. We'll take that. Null Blaze is honestly whatever. It's kind of misleading because it's not Null Blaze, it's Blaze Half, which is not null, is it? It's half. I don't really understand how you managed to screw up a game just by adding in, like, why would they even patch a game that old? That's my question. Might as well just make a new version, call it Final Fantasy 3 Badass version. There you go. I'll buy that one. Is where all the characters are just Galuf. You know what? There should be a badass edition for every Final Fantasy where all the characters are just Galuf. I mean, I guess in this game you can make them all Galuf any version, but yeah. Okay. Now we gotta go all the way back. Oh, that's so fun. This should be the last place I have issues, and usually I do grind before, but I decided that I didn't want to for the stream, like I said before. And also because grinding is boring, even if you're playing it on your own. And it can make the game a bit too easy sometimes. So maybe that's why I found the game easy. I think Thief is a bit misleading in this game because, like, it's called Thief, but really? It's called Thief, but it doesn't steal anything. But don't worry, there's a fix for that in the game itself, but we'll get there. I hate cobras, I hate poison. I honestly should have bought more poison antidotes. Poison antidote. But those things look weird. Well, what do you expect from something called a Gigas worm? Gigas worm. Okay, one, I'm gonna tell you that wasn't me who played that was my brother. But since I have played Final Fantasy 3 for longer than that, just not on Steam. The Viking class is... I don't know, because I don't think I've ever really used it. The problem with Final Fantasy 3's job system is that the jobs are kind of awkward. Some of them are like practically useless in like almost every way, and some are just like direct upgrades to others, so you'll never ever use the ones you just used to begin with. It's not like Final Fantasy 5 where you start like they're all unique and you want to like try them all out. Some of them are kind of really just not worth using in Final Fantasy 3, but I commend them for at least bringing the job system into proper into a proper being, so that Final Fantasy 5 could expand upon it properly. Because it's honestly one of the best systems in the game, in the series. The job system in general, every iteration of it is pretty decent, even this game. And the reason why is it adds the most replay value. Like, the games where they all are basically the same is kind of a bit boring, but at least there is still some replay value with those as well, like the materia in Final Fantasy 7, and honestly 9 might actually have the least replay value if the characters themselves weren't just unique, so at least there's that. In Final Fantasy 3 and 5, yes, but in this game, no. The job level, I will explain it more when we get to Final Fantasy 5, but basically the job level is what gives you the job skills, and the actual level is what raises your stats. But it's a little bit more complicated than that when we get there. I'll mention it. there's a tutorial they give you, but it annoys me, so I won't actually watch it unless I change my mind or if people really want to watch. It depends how many people I can get as to give an opinion. I might put like votes out for things for future games, but for now it's just a few of us right now, so yeah. They waste no time on giving us encounters. I'm just gonna die up. I probably should have hit the oh, were those the ghouls? Never mind, I hit the right ones. I thought the ones at the back were the ghouls. We are near the end of the dungeon where we got before, so I think we're fine on that regard. You're gonna hate zombies, but not in this game. There's a certain other game where you're gonna hate them. And let's just say, I don't know, I couldn't give a subtle clue without giving it away, but we'll get there. I don't know how long, but we'll get there. So for the main game of this, I'm predicting it's going to take about... If I want to undershot it, I'm going to assume it's going to take like 3 sessions to beat this main game. But that might be an overestimate. And I'd rather overestimate that than just underestimate, so yeah. Okay. We've still got quite a lot of antidotes, so I think we're safe. Now where did we go anyway here? I can't remember. Oh, this is not going to be good. It's going to take quite a bit. Let's just use Yara. Maybe we can see the animation. Well, you did good there, Nuke. Wow, it didn't even kill Bloodborne, so it was not even worth using. You might as well just keep using Dia. Okay. Do we go in here? Apparently not. Cottage. So the cottage is a tent, but better. That's the easiest way to just explain that right off the bat. So we're not going to bother with Yara because it's just pointless, we found out. Wow, those things are kind of defensive, I don't know why. So if you think my voice quality is bad, people, it's gonna get better in a few days. Just be patient with that one. I'm actually kind of surprised you're more excited for 4 than any of the other games. Yeah, that is what it just has. Dark Knight and Paladin. That doesn't really answer my question too much though. I mean, Dark Knight's in Final Fantasy 3 as well. And I'll be honest, that being interested, I was expecting 1, 2 and 3 to be at the bottom. Because they're the NES games, so they're the least developed, but I can understand 3 being at the top, and 1 being at the bottom, and obviously that would mean 2 in the middle. Yeah, it's the focus for story a bit, yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of references in Final Fantasy 14 to 3. I don't even know why. 3 isn't even like... Sorry if I anger people here, but 3 isn't even that great. Its story is... It's alright, but it's kind of... Still kind of basic. Especially compared to all the SNES ones, so I'm not really sure why they really love that game. But whatever. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of like excited to show this off to you as well because I don't know why. I haven't figured out which 3 I'm going to play yet. I know that I have put it in the versions command, but it might change. I want to not do the NES version, but the problem is yeah, that's only the Steam and DS version, Illyria. The version I'm playing won't be like that. Unfortunately, I doubt my computer can handle that. Plus, I don't actually have the game, to be honest, on that, so we'll have to buy it. If Final Fantasy III works on Steam, and I can stream that, that will be the version I'll use. If not, I'm gonna have to resort to the NES version. But we'll see when we get there. I might do the same for 5. Oh, I know where we are now. Final Fantasy 4 DS, or that's what I'm going to call it, but it's the 3D one in general, is considered to be one of the hardest of the mainline Final Fantasies, so there's that. I can't confirm because I've never played it, but yeah, that's what I've heard. Hello, Hamex3. How you doing? Yeah, the Final Fantasy 4 remake is what we're talking about. If you're wondering if I'm playing it, then I don't know about that yet. It will depend on a lot of things, so don't expect it to be here, but yeah. So it is pretty hard. Nice. I do want to play it one time if I can, but yeah. People say Final Fantasy V is one of the toughest, but it was tough the first time, I'll admit, but once you get used to it, it isn't that bad. So I'm kind of hoping Final Fantasy 4 is tougher in a different sense than learning the job system, which is my issue with Final Fantasy 5, or was my issue, because I'm used to it now. Yeah, I don't find 5 that bad anymore, but I did have struggles with it to begin with, and honestly it became kind of a meme to me and one of my friends. Or a couple of my friends. If Airline is still here, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I actually don't really use Blue Mage because I'm not really good at it. So it's not the problem that my computer can't run the game, it's the problem can my computer run it and stream it. I'm not gonna waste MP. Because this computer is good, but it's not the most powerful computer. I mean, it's better than any computer I've ever used, so there is that, but... Like when I stream off of the capture card for the PlayStation. Okay, here's the boss. We finally got the freaking boss. When I stream off the PlayStation capture card play, it literally means I can't do almost anything else on this computer, otherwise it just screws everything up. This is the boss. I'm pretty sure that this is what they count as a boss. I guess it's technically not a boss, but I like to call it a boss. A Pisco Demon. What version of Final Fantasy 1, if I might ask? This is the only version I've ever played of it, so I don't have any personal experience. PSP, okay. That is the better version, I will admit. Even though I've never played it, I already know. I think my favourite version of 4 is the PlayStation portable version as well. I don't know why I said the whole name, but yeah. We finally did it. The Kroon. Alright. Now, I can't exactly remember where you go with that, but... Did I really not open that? If I am on the right impression, we are going to... Wait, that's a... There's no way that count. Whatever. Whatever. I thought it would count as accessory, but okay. I forgot what I was saying now. I think I was gonna say, we have to go to that castle with a crown. As opposed to, going back to the town. But this is where the game starts being a little bit more... a little better. The start of the game is my least favorite part of this game. I mean, is that a surprise? It's an RPG, the start is always boring. Except, ironically, Final Fantasy VII start is... Oh, no, I don't know if I want to say that, because I don't like the Aeris parts of Final Fantasy VII. Because that part gets really boring as well. But most of Midgar is better than the rest of the game, in my opinion. Now that actually, I'm going to include the revisit to Midgar as well in that, because that part's pretty cool as well. Did that Bloodhound's taking no damage from Bia? Alright, there we go. Hopefully we can get out of here relatively fast. Move! Fucking bats. I have no idea why there's bats in here. I made the same mistake as last time. So this dungeon is not really the most well designed, as I've already said a billion times, but... Surprised enemy! Don't you need preemptive strike? I feel like they should have like updated some of these things when they made this version to like modernize it with the other Final Fantasies. Like, as I can understand it saying surprise the enemy in the NES version, but when you play the later Final Fantasies, they say preemptive strikes, so you might as well just say it there. If I remember right, which I've said, that's going to be my fucking quote in this entire playthrough, isn't it? If I remember right, Final Fantasy VIII, they use back attack as preemptive strike, which is kind of awkward, but whatever. I'm just gonna use 10. So we're gonna go fight this dark elf called Astos. Asbestos. We're gonna fight a dark elf called Asbestos. Oh shit, that was a spoiler, my bad. Well, it doesn't really matter. I don't really want to spoil the games, but I'm not exactly playing them blind either, so I don't know how to explain it. Just gonna not waste MP, we're just gonna go straight up. I would laugh if that one killed it. How much gil do these guys give me? Oh, okay, that's why the LN's safe to farm them. Alright. Just no need to waste MP. They die in like one hit from the warrior and the thief. I mean, if I'm gonna name them, I might as well use their real names, so oops. Hang on a second, I'm gonna take a drink here. Alright, let's go. We shouldn't need heal, but yeah. Okay, the music here is kind of ominous. I kind of like it. Is there items in here? I don't remember there being items in here. Nah, doesn't look like it. You're gonna hear this song a lot when playing this game. You're gonna see that message a lot when you're playing the start, are you? Alrighty then. Ready for the fight? This fight actually took me quite a while to beat on all white mages. I remember having issues with it. I never managed to finish the game with all white mages, I didn't get too far.
Wahaha! You fools fell right into my trap. I am Asbestos. I am king of the Dark Elves.
Oh, they already did. That looks like this the effect from the Chrono Sugar.
With the combined power of that crown and the crystal I already in my possession, I shall be the true Elf King. It is useless to resist. I can take whatever I need by sheer force.
Oh my god, it looks like my brother again. Oh my god, magic. Protect. Let's go on you. Do you think those will do more damage than fire? No, I don't know, this is fire. Now that's if you play the Steam version, or there's minigames in that. But there's no minigames in the originals. I heard that that's not the worst one. I heard the Rosa one was the worst one. The one where you have to like memorize the time or whatever and then land it on the right time. Wait, is that the Steam version? Or is that not the DS version only? Because I feel like it's the stuff where you have to... No, I guess you're listing off achievements, so I guess not. I don't know, I'm really not knowledgeable about that because I've never done it before. Oddly enough, there is no Final Fantasy 1 or 2 on Steam yet. I don't know why there's no Final Fantasy 1 or 2 on Steam. There hasn't been for ages. What a time to use haste, right when he dies. Oh look, 2000 gil. Well, at least Nuke was alive for this one. Crystal Eye. Now we're about to meet a character you may have heard of before, Aluria. May have heard of him. But we'll see. Don't spoil yourself if you already haven't. It doesn't really matter because it's like one of the least story-driven games ever, but still. What we do are going... That didn't make any sense. We are going back to the town, which we've seen like 6 times now, so yay. I've got nothing to say about those biggest worms anymore, they just look ugly. Like I said at the start of this stream, that I think that of all the GBA versions, this one has the least suffered music. Like, obviously it's not the best quality of all the versions, but Final Fantasy 5 and 6 and 4 definitely have worse. I don't know why they're loud. Is your volume turned up? Is that why? I mean, 6 makes sense because it starts off with the awesome organ, but that's about it. I don't even remember what 4 starts off like. Yeah, they do. I still don't remember how you get here. I feel really dumb. Okay. I actually feel... How hard do we hit? Yeah, I don't think we need to heal there. What am I doing? Now we can buy some magics. No, why didn't I buy this to begin with? Ugh, I'm so stupid. Fokara. I'm not gonna bother wasting my gil on those two. There is another black spell shop that I want to find. Is that racist to say? Probably not. What the hell? No dragoons die in the making of that game. In the making of that game, at least. I'm sorry, Ricardo. Are you actually gonna play the whole game, or are you just gonna like play a wee bit of it? I think we're good. Actually, can we talk to them? No. So just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that you don't go here yet. But I'm gonna make sure that I'm not wrong. Z. For Final Fantasy 4, I don't remember the exact game, but I'm pretty sure you don't need to grind that much, if at all, except from at the end. But given your time, and because I know how it has been, I suppose an RPG is not the best thing to be playing. Unless you dumped Final Fantasy 14, but you're not going to do that, and I wouldn't do it either. Okay, so we have to go up here. You know what? Now I'm going to show you the Peninsula of Power now that I know what it is, and since I think we have to go that way. Final Fantasy 4 is one of the more popular ones. I wouldn't say it has the best story, but it's a hell of a lot better than any of the games that you'll be seeing here for a while, that's for sure. Welcome back, how you doing? I don't know why I said how you doing again, but you know what? Screw it. Actually, I wanted to heal there, but whatever. I'm so glad we got Fyra. I know I don't like love stories, but like, that doesn't mean Final Fantasy IX is my favourite Final Fantasy. You can't get more love story than that, except from maybe 10. Nice. Like I just said, coincidentally, just before you said that, or roundabout when you said it, Final Fantasy IX is my favourite Final Fantasy. And 5 is my second favourite. So yeah. And 6 is third, in case you're wondering where 6 was, since that one's pretty popular. So what's your favourite then? I've got to ask now. Damn it, that was one of the ideas I had last night before I fell asleep. I was gonna have like a wee question a day. I had a few lined up as well. Oh well. Nice. I'm not a huge fan of 8, but it's definitely one of the most divisive Final Fantasies where like you got a lot of people who love it and a lot of people who hate it. You don't really see people in between, but I don't want to say I hate it because I don't hate it, but yeah. And 7 is 7, like what can you even say about 7 at this point? I think I found the peninsula. Unless I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. That's a that is a good that's a good gist of the story, I should say. This must be it, right? There are parts that really, really piss me off in Final Fantasy IV though. I will tell you, I don't want to spoil it for you, but there are a couple of things that piss me off in that game. And they are story related. And I do think that Kane is not that good a character. I know, I like Dragoons, but he's kind of a bit annoying. Oh no. It's not gameplay wise that annoyed me. I actually kind of think it's unique. Kane is one of the few things that annoys me, but it's not specifically him himself, it's what they do with him in the story. So I know where I'm supposed to go, I just don't remember where it is. Oh, I remember these enemies, it looks stupid. Wait, there's a map in this game, isn't there? Sorry that you're hearing this, but... Oh, so you do know. Yeah, that's why I don't like that. So can I spoil the other thing I don't like? The other thing I don't like is the characters who die and then are somehow not dead. That pissed me off so fucking much. I'm sorry, if you're gonna jump off an airship and blow yourself up, you're not surviving that, you stupid old man. There's one character who doesn't, though, so good for him. So if anyone wants to help me here, I forgot how to open the world map up. Never mind, I figured it out. Okay, so I know where I want to go. I was going the right way, I was just making sure. Well, they don't die at the end, unless you're talking about the final boss where they all go down, but they die throughout the story and then they come back right at the end, yeah. One that doesn't die is... that one's alright, but yeah. The only one I actually can get behind not dying and still coming back is Edward. And I actually don't even like Edward, but I can understand him coming back alive. Because he technically would never have died, but... I'm sorry, but Yang and Sid, they're dead to me. There's no way they would survive how they supposedly survived. Stupid. Sorry to anyone, I probably shouldn't apologise for spoilers, but I probably should have advertised it, but it's whatever, because it's not the main part of the story. But what I will give Final Fantasy IV story is that it was the first real attempt of putting a proper story in the game, at least what people saw. I would say Final Fantasy II started it. Final Fantasy III improved upon it a little bit, and then Final Fantasy IV was the proper attempt. And I do like that you get 5 party members. It's different than any other Final Fantasy game. Alright, Illyria, you're about to see who this is, and you'll probably recognize them, but if you don't already know. If we can actually get into the cave. There's a lot in this game where you don't ever really get told where to go, you kind of just have to remember. Or talk to that dancer and she might help you. It's a broom.
Frontwards, backwards, any way you see. Such a strange spell to swish swishery.
B button select. Swish swisharoo. That's how they tell you how to open that. If you look at that backwards, that's how you know what they say.
Ouch! Me eye, me eye! Ouch!
I don't know why her eye was all the way away where they put it.
I can't see a blasted thing about me crystal eye. Who could have stolen it from me?
Luckily, we already have it.
Oi! What's that? Me crystal eye? Give it here. Come on. I'll give you something in exchange. Here, take this potion. It's the most extraordinary potion in my entire collection, it is.
My voice is actually starting to get a bit awkward sounding, I can already tell. But maybe for the end of this, practice makes perfect, they say to people who don't talk.
Ah, I can see again.
I'm not going to say it, but yeah, like I say, they say that backwards, but yeah. Potion, antidote. I suppose you could have came here earlier. Maybe I should have. I didn't know you could get her hat, but whatever. Apparently can. I'll never wear it, it's too big, but... So now we have to go all the way to the elf prince to wake him up, or whatever. Yeah. So one thing you'll probably notice on this stream is we talk a lot about Final Fantasy 14. We always have. I'm kind of surprised they still ask for the sub for 11 just because of how old it is, but eh. Or like, I don't know. I don't know how they work with Final Fantasy 11, so maybe... I know I sound a bit confused there, but whatever. Oh, really? Damn. And the game's got to cost money as well, right? Or is the game free and you just pay the sub? If the game's free and you just pay a sub, I suppose it makes sense, but then again, you would have... That's only if you're a newcomer. Oh, so you have to buy both. Okay. Alright, well, so they did that with Final Fantasy 14 as well, I think. Give you a sub when you start, but... So it seems like it's the exact same. Kinda weird, but... I don't know. Because I know there's some free MMOs out there, like Elder Scrolls I heard is free. Oh man, I'm never getting to this town, am I? So now we're in the part where we start having Gil and it doesn't really matter. Well, how do you get to pick normal or hard? Unless you're talking again about the Steam version, then I guess, yeah, you do. I don't know, I didn't know there was... I didn't know there was a difficulty. I've never played Elder Scrolls, so I can't comment on that game. There's technically hard mode and normal mode in the original, they're just separate games. You have, I can't remember how they did it, but you have the Japanese, then you have Japanese easy mode, and then you have the US version, which I think was based off of... Was it based off of Japanese easy mode? I don't know if the SNES version was or not. I can't remember how they did, but they did some weird thing where there was like a million versions of the game with different difficulties or some stupid thing like that. I'd play hard mode maybe, but I'd probably die. And they took away one dungeon but added 2 super bosses in the Steam version. And no, I don't count Zero Miss EG as a super boss, because you want to know what Zero Miss EG stands for? Zero Miss EG stands for Zero Miss Easy Game. He's supposed to be easier than the original Zero Miss. So yeah, I don't class him as a super boss, because I didn't even have trouble on him when I did him in the GBA version. I like how you just bought it straight up. You didn't even you didn't even try out the old versions. You just straight up bought the new one and was like, oh okay, I'll play it. I don't know, your brashness with being able to do something like that is so funny to me. It's not a bad thing though. Don't mistake. But like when I buy a game, I'll have to like really carefully think of it as a good idea, and even then I fuck up and still don't. Look at you, Subnautica PS4, you glitchy ass game. I'm joking, that one was with it. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be honest here that the PSP and the Steam version, they're different enough so that I can say that either one is technically the best version of the game. Whichever one you prefer.
This Jolt tonic may be just what we need to break the curse and awaken the prince. I will try it at once.
It is, but it's still fun, and the graphics are good. And it has the middle game and the after years if you're interested in playing those, but both are being heard to say that they're not that great, but they are there.
Your Highness, Your Highness. I was having a terrible nightmare. Am I still dreaming? You're the legendary warriors. Something tells me I'm not dreaming. I shall do my duty as it has been told to me by my forefathers before me. The time for me to pass on the mystic key to its rightful owners has come at last.
Oh yes, backtracking, here we go. I don't know why the text is so slow. Your option between those games is play the PSP version in 2D or play the Steam version in 3D. If you play the PSP version, you can actually use the Steam version's music. That is the one thing I will give the PSP version, is I don't have to use the 3D version's music, because I prefer the old music to the new music.
I'm awake and strong again because of you. Thank you, Warriors of Light.
Is there any way to use the key in this game? In this in this castle? I don't think so, but we'll see. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Really? Let me see. Oh, it does look like there is an area that we can go to. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The issue is getting there. Okay, you have to be careful though. Thank you. I suppose I should talk to you.
The treasure house has been bound by the mystic key.
Little hammer, good. 800 gil, decent. 700 gil, decent. Bronze gloves, cool. Obviously give the mithril hammer to her. Okay, so I'm gonna check something here, but we do have to go back to the dungeon and the castle to go and get their loot. No, I've not beaten any of the fiends yet, but hopefully we can at least beat the first one before the end of this stream. Okay, so you don't talk to her yet. So this is the part where it can get a little bit confusing, but we still have some places we know where to go to get loot. I don't remember there actually being any Warriors of Light in Final Fantasy IV. You want me to answer? Or are you just being rhetorical and you're waiting for the game to answer? I mean, either way. Okay. Yeah, because I was about to answer as well. I'm gonna be honest that Final Fantasy 4 is actually above in my list than Final Fantasy 7. I specifically mentioned that because I remember doing a tournament thing and people were kind of weirded out that I thought that, but whatever. I would say the list, but I'm not going to bother saying it out all in words, so I'll probably write it down somewhere. And I don't want to put Final Fantasy 14 in there, because it's kind of hard to judge with MMOs, but if I had to, I would split it up into No, I wouldn't actually, because the expansions on their own are kind of shite. Well, they're not really bad, but I don't know, you have to judge the MMO because they're all part of one story. It's not really separate that really easily. I suppose Shadowbringers is a bit separate, but yeah. I mean, honestly, if you like it, you like it. It doesn't really matter why you like it. It might be both. You might like it because you find it really good and because of nostalgia, but it is. I really like Final Fantasy 14. Don't ask. If you see a person called Lost Number, he'll do everything to tell you that 14 is a bad MMO, but he's just a wee goof. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to help you with that. Let's go to Castle first, because at least there's not any stupid dungeon to go through. So I think this is the reason why I find Final Fantasy 1 easy at this point, is that when you're backtracking to get items, you just end up killing everything anyway, so you eventually start out leveling in the future and then it just spirals up, that's why. So I guess I could run away, but you don't like Red Wings theme? That's a good music. Oops, wrong way up. Stupid bats. Alright, let's see what we're gonna get here. Ooh, creature. Really? Reefs? Okay, now is the time to test DR on it. I do remember the PSP having really good animations for their attacks. Not even like in this game, I don't know, but I know for 4 it definitely did. So I would assume they did it for this and Final Fantasy 2. And on the computer I used to play it, it would actually slow down my computer a lot, but that was an older one. Valsian. Oh, okay, so they have an enemy in front of each chest. In what game? Oh yeah, in Final Fantasy 4, Lycan actually isn't just a summon, he does do something in the plot, so that's pretty cool. Stupid sleep. Oh yeah, they have that 3D one for Final Fantasy 4, don't they? Steel gloves. Okay, we don't have any. Oh, we do have potions. Might as well use them. Oops, I didn't mean to use it on him. But you know what? It was fine. Power staff. So we just got Mephra Hammer, now we have Power Staff. Staff of Good Tap is weaker. Okay, so that was not really useful, but whatever. Now we have to go all the way back to Marsh Dungeon to open those doors that we saw before. Now you can probably, you don't have to do this, but I try to do as much sightings as possible to show them off. So I'm going to do that. Because there's some side stuff that people just don't do or don't know about. So if they're here watching, they might find it out. And that's not to say that I know them all either, so it could just be both ways, that someone could help me and I would in turn help other people if they were watching, so. But I am going to try and look up on some guides for games I'm not too sure about, just to see about missables and stuff, because I'm not, like Final Fantasy VII, I don't really, there are some things in that game where I'm a little bit not too knowledgeable on. Especially the end, like I've never fought Ruby or whatever weapon before. And I've never finished the chocobo thing. I did start it once, but I never finished it. And I intend to kill them in this playthrough, so yeah, they're going to die. Honestly, the part I'm worried about most is Final Fantasy VI's bonus dungeon, because that place is so awkward. It's like it's a maze and a puzzle at the same time, and with kind of tough enemies. You'll see when I go in there what I mean. Of course, that's quite a while away. These guys should die really fast now. Oh yeah, they took that shit. I think 6 in general is one of the easier ones, but there's a few reasons for that. One, its difficulty is just not as high as others, but the other reason is that if you die, you keep your levels what you were before. That's the only game where you don't lose your levels. You do lose, I think, levels for espers and stuff, like all that, but you don't lose your main levels. Technically it's bad for min-maxing and stuff, but it's good for just a general play. And when I first played 6, I will admit that I did have issues as well. Especially, the first time I remember having real issues was in the Magitech factory with the that boss on the minecart rails. That one was the first time I had issues. Yeah, Eidolons helped your stat growth, so if you leveled up and then died, then you would lose the stat growth pretty much, but keep the level. Which still you still raise stats, but you they just weren't as strong as they would have been if you had not died. But don't worry, I'm not gonna bother about min-max and all that shit because I don't know how. More Pisco Demons. In some games they're called demons, in some games they're called daemons. Nice. Yeah, 8 is another one where I think 8 is the one I'm least knowledgeable about. Like, that game really confuses me. Not the draw thing I understand, the junction I understand, kind of. But like all this side stuff, like how to upgrade weapons and you need the magazines and stuff, yeah, that gets a bit weird to me. Like I've got Doom Train before, and I've got Squall, Irvine's and Zell's ultimate weapons before, but I used a guide when I did it. I didn't actually figure it out on my own, so. More Pisco Demons. I think they're all Pisco Demons. They're not really bosses, I suppose, because they die really fast. Yeah, but if you max your stats and max level, you're maxing the enemy stats as well. I do like that when you level, the enemy's level as well. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, that was the antidote I needed when I didn't have the Mystic Key. Yes, Skrill. Yeah, you can bet I'm fire eyeing this one. I do like some of the things in FF8, like getting the Tonberry and the Cactuar and Odin, and in turn Gilgamesh. Those were cool. And the brothers. Triple Dryad's fun, but I only say that because Tetramaster sucks. Oh shit, I wasn't paying too much attention. Sorry, Bjorn. Yeah, the Final Fantasy 9 one. See, at least with Final Fantasy 8, it's not reliant on RNG. But with Final Fantasy 9's one, it's 100% RNG if you win or lose, and I fucking hate that. Where's the Phoenix Down I got? I guess I didn't get one. Oh, you're talking about that, oh shit, they're actually kicking my ass. Are you talking about the story part? The Ogle Up Master. Okay, I'll be honest, that kind of fucked up here. I don't know what I did to fuck up, but whatever. Silver armlet. Should mean he can equip. There we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I mean, they can't actually use it yet, but whatever. Yeah, you couldn't screw up, I ain't fighting you. What's the Final Fantasy game who I actually have to fight is? Okay then, this is gonna take a bit of a time, so get ready for it. I'm so glad the other dungeons after this is not as bad as this one. For Protect on her, she should level up. Live long enough to get through here. You might be able to run from them, but it might take a while, so I'm just not gonna bother. Wow, for Protect that wasn't that bad. I mean, that was pretty bad. I mean, I was expected to do like 20. Just go full out on this Pisco Demon and we might be able to kill her. Okay, I wasn't too bad, but the other two people were dead, so they're not getting anything. Run. So after this, we're gonna leave this place, and we're gonna go to the Cornelia Castle again, because there were still some items there, if you remember. That was like 2 steps. One character is not picking out all of those 7 in a timely manner. I'm sorry. I don't even know if there were 7, I just like said it. So actually I might have got right. Wow. For someone who's bad at maths, that was actually pretty good. Oh wait, no, there was 8. Never mind. Ignore what I said. Okay, I'll kill this thing because it dies really fast. Really, they couldn't just let me out? They couldn't just let me out? Alright. 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 No need to kill me. I'm gonna just kill you. You could probably run away from these, but I should kill them. There we go. Get them. Alright, we're safe. I mean, we still have to raise and all that, but whatever. We won't die on the way there unless somehow we get attacked by enemies that are higher level. The back of his hair kind of looks like a leaf. surprised enemy. Maybe we can surprise him by running away. I'm pretty sure that they like flickering in the grass is an emulator glitch. If you're wondering, if you're not wondering, then never mind. Did I say grass? I mean trees. Oh, I'll kill you. You're easy enough. Wow, she does over half the damage of that warrior, and all she has is a hammer. Okay. Now once we go to the castle, I believe that's when we start going west. Now, I could be wrong, but we're gonna try. I'll activate the I'll activate the map and see if I'm right or wrong. But we've amassed a lot of gil. Like I remember when we were struggling to get 600. Now we're sitting here with like 12,000. I swear that song is from Final Fantasy 2, not Final Fantasy 1, but okay. It really sounds like a Final Fantasy 2 song. The sleep one. Might as well save it. It's a tarantula! Wait, do they have scorpion pincers on their back? What the hell? And they only have 4 eyes, aren't they supposed to have like 10? This is so unrealistic, what the hell? Oh, we're poisoned? Oh, I've got a thing for that. And if you're wondering, I've already showed the minigame off near this when we first got the ship, but yeah. We did manage to win, but not in under 30 seconds. Nowhere near. I'm terrible at it, there was no way. But we tried, and we did win. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you hold A and press B a bunch of times, you'll unlock this slide puzzle minigame. It only works when you're on the boat though. I'm not gonna do it though because I don't like it, and I'm bad at it, but it's there. I'm going the wrong way. We do have to go there soon, but... Buccaneer Bill. Suppose we can just attack them, we don't need to use magic, they die so fast. Yeah, I like Final Fantasy 2 system. It's a very underrated, and a lot of people don't like it. Well, you know what, underrated is not the right word, because it deserves to not be liked. I can understand why people won't like it, but I do, and it seems that you do too. I'm not really sure what level teleport would do. Or is teleport one of those skills that kill the enemy? If that's the case, then I suppose it makes sense. All the loot. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. You know what? I should probably try that. I don't want to rely on it too much, but it sounds like a decent idea. I don't know, that doesn't sound too great. Tent. Oh, here we go. Nitro powder. Yeah, that's what we needed to go. You didn't see it, but you will see it soon. Because I don't want to waste our time seeing things if we're just going to go there later. I don't even need to heal right now. I saved it quite often, but Final Fantasy X-2 taught me to, because I had trouble with that game more than most Final Fantasies. Yeah, the one where fucking people are singing at the beginning. It's the one I had the most trouble with. What the hell? Final Fantasy X-2 specifically, not 10 on its own. 10 on its own is one of the easiest, but X-2, I don't know what it is about it. More late towards the start and some of the bosses, it's ATB, which makes you think that it's like going to be the same as all these old ones, but there's something about it that just isn't the same. I swear the enemies like ignore wait mode and they attack multiple times before you can even get one. I don't know what it is, but there's something with that game that is just awkward as fuck. It's kind of annoying because I like the job system in it and the dress sphere. As much as I think that the clothes look stupid, I do like the system. And here we go. The wharfs.
Laddie ho. Have ye blivered wi your smith? In the smithy is.
Why am I putting an accent on when I already have the accent? We a crystal eye in the blind can see. I hear that the dark elf asbestos pilked the one who belonging to Matoya. If only I could have some of the legendary metal adamantite, I'd be able to make such a magical sword. Matoya Steam plays like everywhere. So yeah, we'll have to come back here a lot later to get a good weapon, but make sure you don't miss it, because if you miss it I don't think you can come back and get it. But we'll get there eventually. The earth has started to rot. It began in the west and now the decade spreads. I wonder if people have to like sit there trying to read what they're saying. Because to me it isn't too hard, but that's because I'm Scottish in general, so I know what they're saying. But that sounds good. And that also sounds really good. Effort, that's the first one we got. Potion. Mithril. Cottage. That was a lot of loot. I actually didn't even realise there was that much loot in this game. In this place. Oops. I don't think this is the place you're supposed to use the nitro powder. Never mind, I was wrong.
Is that neat nitro powder?
It's lovely stuff for blow my canal open in no time at all. Ah, thank you, young'uns. I'm thinking of something, but I don't really remember where it is. If we've passed it or not. There we go. Now we can smush this rock to wee smithereens. What are y'all standing around for? That powder's set to blow. Unless you plan on going with it, you best get out whilst you can. Yeah, Mount Gulg is in this one. I mean, didn't you hear the song in the waiting soon? I don't know if we got to it or not. I did put it there. Waiting soon, that doesn't make any sense. Starting soon. A whirlpool. Okay, I don't remember this screen. Of all the things I'd pay special attention to. Do you think that would have flooded the cave? I can't wait to see what lies out there in that canal. So it doesn't make any sense, but whatever, it's just a game. So there's another cave. I'm not sure if I've passed it or if it's ahead. Have you seen the canal yet? I tell you, that Neric's one Leesome dwarf. When it comes to defense, that good armlet can be every bit as stout as the body armor. You should try one out sometime. I'm looking for some Levystone. It's supposed to be a wonderful rock that actually floats in the air. There might be some nitro powder. There might have been some nitro powder in the castle treasures house way back up when they sealed the route. That's an issue we're gonna have to just deal with. I'm not talking about what he said, I'm talking about the graphical issue. Move, I want into your house. Go. We are Crystal Eye in the blind can see. I hear that the Dark Elf asbestos pike, the one that belongs to Matoya. I feel like I already read that. That whirlpool thing. Well, we'll go to it when we get there. But we need to go back up, I guess. Well, I can't go to it right now, I need to shit. Yeah, I'm going to... Well, I won't be going to it because it won't let me get anywhere without a fucking encounter with some wolves. Stupid surf. Oh, whoa, 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 no. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons now, aren't I? Oh, come on. Really. I really wish there was a way, like, this is one of the problems with the first few games, is that since it's a weird turn base, there's no way to really do a proper strategy on enemies like this. It's kind of annoying, but... And that's why I say Final Fantasy X has the best battle system, because it's turn based, so it eliminates the pointless waiting of ATB. And it's also like a different type of turn based, so you can see whose turn is going when, and you don't have to wait a million years for a stupid bar to fill up, which effectively fills the same role as turn based anyway, so I don't know why they even bothered with ATB, but okay. I swear to God, when you want to grind you get no encounters, but when you just want to walk somewhere you get all of the encounters. All of them. And they're just wolves. Why are we still fighting wolves? But there should be a cave somewhere over here, unless I'm mistaken. There's a map for a reason, you stupid idiot. Okay. I don't know what these red dots are, but I think they mean they're towns. But yeah, where we want to go is there. I must be mistaken where the cave was. That's okay. If I remember right, as I've said all the time, the NES version does not have a map, so yeah, good luck if you're playing that version. I mean, the map is the same, but since there is no map, you're gonna have to find one online or just guess. Okay. Here we go. No, don't worry, the whirlpool doesn't kill you or anything like that. What's that? Another statue? Oh no.
Yikes! People, you aren't gonna hurt me. Maybe I can tell you a little bit about this place. This cavern is known as Life Spring Grotto. Long ago, a man and mermaids who fell in love could live here together in peace.
I don't know why I saved it, to be honest with you, because you can't even get into any fights. It's a bonus dungeon. There's 4 of them. And we've already seen 2. So if you remember, one of the towns was said to be getting like destroyed and stuff. And some guy fled from it. Well, here it is. You see a gravestone. I don't know if there's any references here, like the Ling one. Wow, what a great inn. There's spiderweb, isn't it? What if the Black Mage wanted to go in the bed at the bottom left? You never think about these things, but they're honestly more important than anything any of these deep games try to tell you. The vampire attacked, destroying our church and leaving our town in shambles. Is there nothing we can do to stop the ruination of Earth? Restore the crystals to grace. Oh, here we go, Kiraga. Your magic level is too low. Get the fuck out of here, what does that even mean? If the Earth crystal regains its glow, life will return to the Earth. The hills and valleys will be green again. Okay, so the sidebar is its NES version, so you can, I guess you could pass there, but I can't answer the other two. But you think that's weird? Yeah, let's just say Final Fantasy V is even weirder. I'm just a farmer. I don't know what you're farming around out here, but okay. How is the longsword better than like everything I've got? Well, that's good against dragons, and the longsword is only 1 point better, so we'll have it for now, but I think that the other weapon might in the long run be better. Well, we have it on him, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, in Final Fantasy V, they used the concept art as the portraits, but they also... Oh yeah, I didn't want to go right there. They also use completely different art for the in-game sprites. You might have seen it when I was testing, but Galuf in the concept art has like grey hair like an old man, and then in the sprites he has like ginger hair and looks completely different. It's kind of weird. What the hell? That's like me when I make the pricing in my RPG. There was a game that I was making ages ago on RPG Maker for fun, and I fucked up and made one of the weapons for a character like 40,000 instead of 4,000. Like, why is it that much? Don't you think it's supposed to be like 36,000? That is 36,000. 3,600 or whatever. I ain't buying that then. I'm not skipping 5. 5 is awesome. I'm looking forward to 5.
The cavern of Earth is just to the south of Melbourne on a peninsula called Devil's Tail. It used to be that the closer you were to the cave, the more fertile the soil was, but now it is a barren waste.
I have no idea what this voice acting is, but yeah. So we're gonna save it as usual, just in case some beast approaches. Ambushed. The worst thing about ambushes is not how hard they hit, but how long it takes for them to finish attacking. So where we have to go now is a place called the Cavern of Earth. The worst part about this place is that you actually have to go in there twice. And I think that's a little bit stupid. Hyenodon. They look like leopards but painted, but they also kind of look like kangaroos a wee bit. Kangaroo Kitten 99. Now, when we go into the Earth Cave, I'm going to show something. And it's going to be really annoying for me, but it might even be really annoying for you. That's if we can even fucking get there. Maybe by the time I show it off, you won't even be surprised. Well, you probably won't be surprised anyway, but... I will admit it's a good place to get levels, though. Yeah, but about halfway through the game, you actually get upgrades to your classes. I think I alluded to that earlier, and I was saying I was going to save it till we got there, but I guess I screwed up and just told you now. I mean, the upgrades aren't like amazing or anything. It's not like you gain abilities or anything like that, but they're still worth getting. And you can go the game without actually getting these upgrades. You can complete the game like now with these jobs. I think anyway. I've never done it, so I usually just upgrade the jobs. Oh man, they really couldn't just let me get in that cave, could they? I don't know which one's the stronger one at this point. Alright, here we go. I like it says we're in a Cabin Earth, but we're not yet. Oh, here you can hear the music already. Rubicante, you'll know who it is when you play the game eventually. He is a boss. He's a pretty cool boss, but yeah. So here's a hill guy, I guess. Okay, nothing too extraordinary. Like he dies really fast. Whoa, what a surprise. One encounter later and we're fighting another Hellgigas? What the hell? I mean, they're not really strong. What? Another step and another encounter? What a surprise! Ah! Yeah, if you've not guessed yet, this is the best hallway in the game. Every step is a Hellgigas battle, and even if you walk backwards, it's still going to be a Hellgigas battle. I don't remember the lizard being there, but whatever. Oh no, there's two. Amazing. How much money is it? Yeah, this is the one that me and Ellen were talking about earlier. We've actually made quite a decent progress in this game already. Oh wow, you're right, maybe with another 10 I'll be able to get, that's a lot of fucking gil. Sorry. I kind of regret this already, to be honest. And I knew it was here. Well, why did I go in? Because I had to show it off, that's why. Those lizards look really stupid. Honestly, I remember them looking a little bit more detailed, even on the GBA, but eh. Ultima was even in this game. But don't worry, Ultima is in Final Fantasy 2. Look, talk shit on Final Fantasy 2 all you want, but that game has probably the most standards brought into it. Like, it's the first game with Sid in it, it's the first game of an air... No, it's not the first game of an airship. It's the first game with Sid in it, it's like the first game with proper characters. I don't know. I guess maybe it isn't the one with the most, but it definitely has a lot of series firsts that you'll see for pretty much every game. Like, I'm pretty sure 5 was the first with Thornberries in it and stuff like that, but 2 has a lot of firsts. 2 was the first with a Dragoon in it, that's for sure. 2 was the first which came up with the whole evil empire thing, for at least Final Fantasy anyway. Not in terms of gaming, obviously, it wasn't exactly Liberation. A trope that you'll see a lot in Final Fantasy. Don't worry, we're kind of almost out. I don't want to use all my fire spells up. What do you mean? The Dragoon in Final Fantasy 2 just looks exact same as Kain. Like, it's not like they changed between Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 4. It's just no one played Final Fantasy 2 or 3 to ever see them, so Final Fantasy 4 was what made it popular. But they didn't really change between the games. I suppose the armor in Final Fantasy 3 kind of changed it, but like the 2 and 4 armor look the same. You know what, I should really be using Blizzard here. It probably does more damage. Never mind, do you know what I forgot to get Phoenix Downs? Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna take longer than a normal playthrough, I suppose. I mean, I could go through this whole dungeon without a black mage. And maybe I got a Phoenix Down somewhere, I don't know. He doesn't need XP, it's fine. Yeah, of course I didn't. And we're still not out of the giant's pathway. We're gonna fight them all. But no way, I ain't going through all that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get Phoenix Downs, that's for sure. I don't know why I didn't get them. I really don't. I've been so vigilant on saving. It was so stupid. In every other fucking... I really don't know what I'm doing here. I said that I wasn't gonna flee, but at this point I'm just like, no way. Okay, I wasn't actually sure if he could flee. You know what, I'll attack this one. I actually thought I would have killed it. Yeah, Bjorn's dead and Nuke's dead. We're going back to town. You can, I'm just stupid. I think my biggest problem right now is I'm really underestimating this game. I don't know why I'm underestimating this game so much. I remember it being really easy, so I don't know what I'm doing. Am I going the wrong way? Yeah, I am, of course I am. Ugh. Well, surprised enemy. Yeah, the enemy surprised me too. Oh wait, no he didn't, because I already knew he was going to get killed now. Like a million times before we get back to town. What colour are those ogres? They look blue to me. Yeah, you can screw off if you think I'm fighting all them. Well, if there's one thing, I'll definitely be over leveled by the time I get to anything in this game now. It's because Black Mage in general is just really weak in terms of defense. And I really forget that when playing this game. I don't know why I'm making some stupid mistake for this. I know they said to destroy the church, but come on. Yeah, I would talk, I would voice you over, but you've annoyed me now. Please tell me they at least have an item shop somewhere in here, right? What do you have to say?
There is nothing I, the great genius, Dr. Une, do not know.
What?
You've never heard of me? Inconceivable.
I can almost bet you that that person was not called that in the original game because Dr. Une, or Une, is from Final Fantasy III, and yeah, it's probably the same case with that Link reference. No, we're gonna have to find another town. This is crazy. I know this town is bad off, but come on, at least have an item shop. I'm sorry, Buccaneers, but get off our ship. We're gonna run away from you on our ship and hope you just jump off. If we go back to Cornelia, we can just buy Phoenix Downs, everything, and we'll be fine. Alright. See if we can even run away. All these stupid Sahagins attacking us. Is the Sahagin chief literally just this Sahagin, but with the colour of his eye and skin flipped? Oh, that's what it looks like to me. No one comes. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. Really? Move! Honestly, these pricks in this game, man. That should do. Well, there was a sleeping bag. I showed you how useless it was. It just gives you HP, no MP. I mean, I guess it's not useless, but honestly, move. Why did they go in front of the doors? I just don't get it. I'm glad the later games actually fixed that. You can push them out the way, but in here you have to wait. And when I say later, I mean later games that were technically made earlier. But whatever. The thing is, this isn't even the first remake. This is the second remake of Final Fantasy 1 and 2. So some of these issues really should not be in the game, but whatever. I mean, they're just minor inconveniences. Apart from this one was kind of a big inconvenience. Having to go all the way back to this town. Like, I get it, it's destroyed, but if you can sell weapons and magic, why can't you sell like a couple of potions? Just make the potions up with like sheep milk or something, no one will tell difference. So that is one of the rules of like RPG development. It's just, please don't make. If your game is ever shown a screen like this, I think you're a little bit made in error. And it doesn't just apply on water. I don't know why I'm going in there. That place is useless. It just applies in general. Don't make a there should never really be a time where there's nothing on screen to ever show you where to go. That was a bad kind of place to show it, because if you moved one tile left or whatever, it would have showed something. But there were times in the water where you have to wait ages before even any piece of land appears. No, just don't. I'm not trying to knock it on this game specifically because it's Final Fantasy 1. I mean, what are you expecting? But in general, if you were ever wondering about making a game, then there you go. You're probably not like seeking my advice. I don't think Glare is in this game. I don't know which game Glare is in or if it's even in the game, but yeah, aside from 14 of course. We might get to the town, the cave. Well, if there's one thing, we don't have to go through that stupid... We don't have to go through that stupid line again. I feel like it is, but I don't know for sure. Maybe it's in Final Fantasy 3. What's our level difference like? 2 levels aren't too bad. Okay, so we know where to not go. I kind of regret showing that off now because I'll have to go all the way back just because I decided to show you the stupid line. And the line is literally a dead end, like you don't need to go there, there's no loot for going there, nothing. It's just a stupid place. It's just a weird loop. It seems like the fucking everywhere is about as high encounter rate as that place. Well yeah, but do I really need any more skill and EXP? Also, we've been playing for like basically 3 hours and 30 minutes and we're already like level 20. That's pretty good for a Final Fantasy game. I mean, pretty fast for a Final Fantasy game. Maybe not specifically this game. No, of course it didn't. I don't have that much money. Although by the time I'm finished with this place, I will. How many Cobras do you really think that we need to fight? I ain't going to fight all the Gigas just to go back to town, just to buy an armor, just to come back, to go through the dungeon, to fight the mini boss, to come all the way back, to go all the way back out, just to come all the way back in, to go even deeper to fight the real boss, all because you want me to make one extra trip for some armor. I'm not doing that. I already have to make 2 trips. I'm not gonna make 3 or 4, I guess, in my case, because I already fucked up and died. Gargoyles. Oh my god, I'm so glad the later games don't have this many enemies, it takes so long. Couldn't he let me get the chest? Oh man, he's gonna kick my cat's in, isn't he? He looks more like a wind elemental, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh no, please don't kill him. I don't want to use my stuff already. Thank you. Decent amount of gil, I will say. Really? Oh. We'll heal after the battle, as in we'll do the antidote after the battle. I hope I brought enough. I should have bought Poisona. I don't know what they mean by magic level's not enough though, like, I hope it's not because I skipped the level 4 spells, that would be really dumb if it was. I can't even get out of this room, it takes that long. Some wee puny wee snakes. That was pretty cool, Crystal. Oh, I thought that was a path. Oh, no way. Okay, LN, please. Why did you say this place didn't have a really high... This game didn't have a really high encounter rate? This takes forever. I really like the ice animations, I'm gonna be honest. Alright then. It'd honestly be easier going through the Gigas path because there's only like at most 4 enemies, they're not like 6 million per battle. I'd severely underestimate the amount of antidotes I'm gonna need for this. Okay, I'm just gonna ask, what made you decide this was a question to just come out with? The only fair way of distributing something like that is to literally just be as random as, and by random I mean genuinely random, not this random like when you go on a music playlist and you click shuffle and it just goes through them randomly, sure, to an extent, but it'll never play the same song twice, you know what I mean? I'd mean genuinely random, I guess. Wouldn't be the same person twice, but whatever. The only other fair way wouldn't be with a million people because it's too much, but it would be with a much lesser number. And that would be to give it to the people who advance humanity the most. Which is not going to be politicians and stuff. I'm thinking more like scientist type people who genuinely like figure out cures and technology and all that stuff. Those type of people who make us more advanced. That would be the other way, I would say, fair way. But then you come into the well, it's only immortality. It's not saying everyone who isn't this person is going to die. I suppose it's not like you're killing off people who aren't those a million people. So yeah, that would be another fair way I would say about doing it. Yeah. That's not to say I wouldn't be happy with it, but then again, yeah, I would actually be okay without it. Do you wanna know why? Because we all don't have it anyway. Anaconda cats. Also, I see you think... Well, yeah. Well, are you trying to say that people who are already sick will get cured, or people who are already sick will still have that sickness and still like suffer from it? Because if you're saying that they get cured of it, that might adjust my answer, but alright, well, I don't know, because once you get into that point, sure, you cure the people who had it now, but then the people who get it later, who didn't get this million people worldwide thing, immortality, those people would just be screwed. And they'd probably think it's unfair and blah blah blah, and then shit will happen. But I suppose no matter what, that's gonna happen. Maybe I'm thinking too deeply into an answer like this, a question like this, but I mean, I suppose that's the point of the ask. Like, no matter which way you distribute it, it's going to cause issues in another way. Like, people are going to like get really pissed off and probably do more than just be angry on the internet. That's not very good. Like, it might start off fine, so, but then I think for a while it might cause some issues. Maybe some riots and stuff are gonna happen because immortality is kind of a big deal. But then, if you really think about it, you're asking me who I would say, but then who would be in charge of that? You know exactly. It's if you are rich. I suppose that is a thing that I never considered, but then again, I never really mentioned, never really put my hat into that. I'll stick by and say those that will advance the humanity the most, the ones who deserve the immortality the most. A really good example, and I'm not really going to make any light of it, but if you gave it to Stephen Hawking, he's a really popular scientist who figured out a lot of stuff for humanity and stuff, but then he had that illness thing. Not only would he be around more because he was a really smart person, but he's also going to be cured of that illness. And actually, I'm going to show my ignorance a little bit, but I'm not sure if he's still alive or not, but I think he's not. Either way, let's assume he was, you take away the illness, and then now he would just be able to, I don't know. This is the example that I would think of. I'm going the wrong way. I can't remember my way around this place. Sorry if I've actually won veterans. But the only snag I could come up with that is that people who are not born or are born but not old enough around that time, if they did the cure the way that I said, I'm going to call it a cure, but it's not really a cure. If they did this immortality around when I said, then people in the future who will be born who are as good or if not better than some of the people who would have got it at the time, they wouldn't be able to get it, so it's really only temporary, I suppose, but I don't know. This is not exactly something I've thought about talking about on stream, but okay. Or just talking about in general. So since I got lost, we probably won't kill the first fiend before the end of this stream, but we're gonna damn well try. I mean, it's not like I've been sitting here stopped. I'm just been going through the dungeon, whatever, there's nothing to talk about. Going through random corridors in the dungeon. So might as well talk about Illyria-like questions. And at least we'll be well off in terms of money and stuff by the end of this. I still think, most people might not agree, but I still think the best just genuine battle theme is in Final Fantasy II. That and the town theme, those are... Honestly, Final Fantasy II has a lot of good music. I don't know why it doesn't get brought up often. Because the OST in Final Fantasy II is, honest to god, really good. Really good for that. Especially considering how early the game was, it's really good. Now I don't want to hype it up too much because I've always said that hype is stupid for the most part because it usually just gives you unrealistic expectations, but I'm still going to praise it when it's there. Okay, please tell me this is the right way. I wouldn't say it's the best OST. I'll always say Final Fantasy V is my favourite, but Final Fantasy 2 and 12 and 5. Oh god, now I'm getting into the point where I'm just all of the games have good music, so what's the point of even comparing them? I'm going to tell you right now that I like Final Fantasy VII's music, but I absolutely hate the instruments they use in it. Some of them are really annoying in Final Fantasy VII. I'm glad the rest of the PlayStation games didn't use them. That's not saying the songs are bad, just the instruments used for them. One of them sounds like a cat being stretched on a piano that's in the middle of a shark's mouth. I'm not going to imitate it on stream, but maybe one day I will, if you want. Okay, more loot. That makes up for the temperatures used. Coral sword, if I remember right, that's water element. At least in other games. Or was it lightning element? Okay, in this game they don't really have elements, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. You could optimize it, but honestly, when you're fighting quote-unquote aquatic foes, you're probably one-shotting them anyway. If I go back to that immortality thing that you were talking about, if there was an age where I would think people would probably be roundabout best at getting it, it'd probably be somewhere between 25 and 30, or 25 and 35, somewhere around there. Some place where your whole body and brain have matured enough, but your body hasn't gotten too far ahead, if you know what I mean. And that's not a dig at anyone over that age or younger that age, because for one, I'm younger than that age, but yeah, it was just a thought. Because you brought up another poet. Yeah, 20 to 30, decent age. The reason why I say 25 is because I think your brains hasn't really finished developing, not even until like 24 or something like that. At least that was the argument someone used when I was having a completely different debate that I don't really want to bring up right now, but I could if you want. No, I think that's a debate better served for another day. 20 to 40, okay. Again, I would probably say 25 to 40 if I have to use 40 as the end point. It would probably be the best age if we were to go by age. I was gonna say, because let's face it, 20-year-olds do some really stupid things, but let's face it, any age does really stupid things. Still missed the cut. It wasn't against you, Jen. Don't worry. In my version, I missed the cut, and you missed the cut. We both missed the cut. Well, Luria doesn't. Ha, Luria, you have to live on this planet without us. How do you feel? If you say happy, then you're right, because that's how you should feel. I'm joking. Gargoyle. I know that I found the right way, but I don't like missing out on loot. Okay, these ones actually do look like Shrek. I know this isn't the first time we've seen them in this game, but it's the first time I'm commenting on them, so yeah. Well, they look like Shrek except for when they have hair. And really only their skin, that's about it. I really don't know why they put bats in this. I mean, it's fine, but I don't want to use all the magic points I have, but they're forcing me to. Look at all this. Why? Why so many of them? Like, I'm acting like I've never fought them before. I mean, I don't know. I've always seen that debate as kind of weird because you kind of have to see that anyway, even if you die, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want to make this into a dark stream or anything. It's kind of a weird way to end it, but that's just how I've always felt. I've always felt like I get it to an extent, but I also kind of don't get it because it's something you see without immortality anyway. I wouldn't say it's something I've seen, at least in terms of humans, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe this part of the debate is where I'm too young to really understand it properly. Or I don't think I'm physically young, I'm probably just dumb. There you go. A leather shield. I think that's a kind of a weird item to get in here, because we should be... The chest is empty, yeah, we know that. Oh, he can't equip shields? I didn't even know that. Okay. Well, at least this is an enemy we can kill. But there's some other... Like, there's benefits to having... being... live forever as well. I mean, you brought up him itself, but did he really watch people that he liked wither away? I don't think he did. I think he watched people he liked get obliterated in an instant. But yeah. Unless we're talking about the like La Habrea and that. But again, they also got obliterated in an instant, so it doesn't really matter. I must be the weird one who's, because I still think I prefer I-XII in Valence 14. I preferred him in the Stormblood for the 2 patches he existed in, rather than the Shadowbringers one. Well, he was okay in the start of Shadowbringers, but when he got like realistic in that, it was a bit like he was okay. I'm not gonna say he's bad, but I still preferred him when he was like funny. I'm gonna call him funny, but he wasn't really trying to be funny. 50 MPI, that's gonna help. I should not have given it to him of all the people. I should have given it to the White Mage. I'm honestly considering running from half of these fights. They take forever. I'm just giving you all a warning that the stream is going to end in 10 minutes, so to anyone who doesn't already know, that is what is going to happen. It's a 4-hour stream, so he's the best of all the Ascians, but that's not really something to... Most of the Ascians suck. I really don't think I'm gonna have enough antidotes to get through here. Wait, did I see things down? Oh, yeah, that's because I bought them. Duh. Since I have to come back in here anyway, I'm probably gonna... I might as well get the optional pass the first time. I know that's a line he said, but that doesn't really mean much to me. I mean, he basically just saying he lived a long time. And I assume that, like, he made children that, but he really doesn't care though. Like, he doesn't care. He wants you dead. I mean us. He would want everyone dead. Like, I just can't see him liking anyone ever. He doesn't sound like the person who used to like someone and then just doesn't because they did something to him or something like that, you know? He just sounds like a person who never liked us. He was just using us the entire time. Even if he had to pretend like a real person by like having children and pretending he died and watching people die, you know, well, that part you would have to see anyway, but... If he's gonna kill a bunch of people, why would he care about a few people he just saw die anyway? I don't get it. Right, so he would still hate our kind because he doesn't like our kind. He would want us to die. He would be happy then, wouldn't he? Like, I know us dying in general wouldn't fulfill what he wants, but like, I don't know, he wouldn't really... Maybe I'm misunderstanding because I've not played it in a while. I'm running from this. Fuck, is this too much? And I still couldn't run away before I got poisoned. Really? Fine, we'll fight you, you stupid ugly snakes. Hiss a wiss a wiss. You don't remember the other guy? Oh fuck, no, I can't remember his name. Nabriales, there you go. You remember him? Yeah, like I said, Igahorium just... It wasn't just Igahorium, right? Let's just not blame him, her on her own. And honestly, I don't blame any acid for letting their first attempt fuck up, because it's the first attempt at doing something so crazy. But she is stupid, so whatever, and you barely even get to know her, so whatever in her case. And La Habrea is... To me, he's just like the guy's like, you are going to die now, witness your failure. He's the Xenos of the Assassins, there you go. And honestly, Nabrialis is the Xenos of the Assassins, but even more. And also doesn't live as long. Nabrialis literally only exists to have a funny voice, and I'll give him that. His voice is funny. Right guys, we are going to kill the vampire and then we'll end the stream. So even if that goes above the 10 minutes, I don't care. We're going to kill the vampire and we're going to end the stream. I mean, we might as well end it with a boss battle, right? Or mini boss battle, I suppose. Okay, I should say we're going to try and kill the vampire if we can even get to him. Oh, well if he exists to kill Moonbreeder, then thank god, she was annoying. No, he didn't kill Moonbreeder, Moonbreeder killed herself to kill him. It doesn't really matter, she was still annoying. This is the last floor with the vampire on it. Cockatrice. They look more like Garudas from Fantasy IX. I hate Garudas. Don't worry, you'll get to see me... Actually, you won't get to see me hate the Final Fantasy III Garuda, because I'll just use Dragoons like a wee scrub. If you don't know, Dragoons make that fight really easy. It's literally designed to be just killed by Dragoons. I think that's the point of it. So all these side paths I can probably go in later because you do have to go through this dungeon twice, so you might as well just do it later. Oh no, why? I don't know how to pronounce it. Come on, just kill them all. Yeah, there we go. That was worth it. His splitting his eye and even bothering with this, and that's too much. They're not hard, they're just long and take forever and long. Unless we can't run in a first attempt. Okay, fine, I'll fight them. God, you're bloody useless, aren't you? I could find better chocobos than you. Coral sword looks cool. Looks like it's made of coral. I wonder which game had the first coral. It might have been Final Fantasy 2 or 3. Pretty sure this game doesn't have any corals in it. I don't know how you pronounce it. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Good job I didn't walk in there too much. They would have given you some stupid ass battles. It really doesn't matter what they flow and nuke attack because they're not going to do anything. By the time that they get it to kill levels, it will just be dead anyway. So it doesn't really matter. We're near the boss right now. Obviously, if I go the right way, we'll actually get to fight it. I'm saving the little bit of MP I have for nuke on to use on the vampire. It'll be like one spell, but might as well. Alrighty then. No items, just some gil, but not too bad. Here we go, here's the vampire. I don't remember him being anything spectacular, but we'll see.
All the things in this world are destined to end in death. The seal cannot be broken, and so the earth shall rot. Destiny will not be denied. Mere mortals cannot kill the undying.
He looks pathetic, he looks like a normal enemy. He is undead. Does this work? I don't remember, so we're about to see. Look how strong he is, he missed. Oh good, it works. This boss must be easy for 4 white mages. What didn't show up on my overlay? I don't know what you're talking about, maybe I made an error. But that is the vampire. I know that there's a door there, but you don't need to go through it. You obtained the star, baby. If I remember right, we actually haven't seen where we have to put that in, but yeah. We're just gonna save here. Okay, so that is us done for today. And you know what's so funny is that this is the exact time when we would be done anyway. Like literally the exact time. So awesome. Thank you all for watching, and this is going to be a daily thing, so hopefully you can join in later. We're in for a long haul, so yeah. Thank you for all coming. Follow if you haven't. It would be nice, but you don't have to. And I hope to see you all again. And goodbye. And have a good day.